This is kind of just be pre-show stuff.
Pre-show stuff, yeah. You only get it when you're live. Is this a UNIS game?
Okay, where the
I'm
heck's
still
my
trying to
calculator?
learn. For one, I'm gonna check
Oh,
and
it
make
is.
sure that it's actually going.
Here we go.
We are
Pretty sure
live
we at
on
least have.
Twitch.
We're gonna have at least Flightsy watching.
No, we're gonna have everybody watching. Everybody's gotta know.
We are live on YouTube.
Live from New York.
Live on
I'm not in New York.
Neither am I.
Maybe I
live
am in
on
New
my
York.
Not
channel.
even close.
And we're live on the RetroLogic channel. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hello there.
Everybody waiting with bated breath for us to.
Behind the scenes of all of us never making our prices retro lists until we start the podcast.
Yup. That's
I always,
the
yeah.
secret.
I always try.
Mm-hmm.
I added a Zelda poster to cover up my holes that have been in my wall this whole time.
I was gonna clean up my space behind me, and that didn't happen.
John, didn't you just do like a bunch of remodeling?
I mean, I have over the last 5 or 6 years. Those holes were pre-existing in the basement. Somebody hung something there. I think it was like a decorative deal to hold the curtains off to the side of the window. And I just never fixed them. When I did the basement, I just painted everything. I didn't go through and repanel or change out stuff.
Finally found the grape. I haven't tried it yet.
That one's good. I like that one.
Yeah, I was on your
What is it?
recommendation.
Liquid
when I saw
Death?
it. Yeah,
the Gilbert
grape.
Gross, but glad you found it.
I actually liked it. I like grape soda.
I haven't been able to pull myself away from that island flavor, Death Island. I mean, that's the one for me. Got a little caffeine. Tea,
Oh, this is good.
Tropical.
I typically
Cough syrup.
think some of the stuff is leans too much into sparkling water and not enough flavor, but this is just right.
Okay, so we have. Oh, we also have to remember. I'm gonna have to like assign people to things. Somebody has to check the chat for one, because we're not used to doing
What's
this.
chat?
Spider Shane.
So actually, you can
chat.
go. You can go to the chat in Riverside.
Oh,
and then at the top
look
it
at
says
that.
public chat.
Public chat.
It brings in everybody from YouTube.
Flightsy's here. Chad is here.
Chad, yeah.
Double D.
Woohoo.
So Flightsy's told me that he was going to put together a live list and shoot it to us as we're doing Prices Retro.
He's in Illinois. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Flightsy,
Adam, I was just texting you to hurry up.
Sorry, my computer took forever to start up, and then I couldn't get Discord to pull up.
Riverside is using the wrong microphone.
For you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Bruce is here too.
Yeah, Bruce showed up.
Okay, how about now?
I like that he said hello there.
That's what he does every
as
time.
The resident Star Wars dad.
Star Wars guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did that work? Am I coming through this mic now?
No.
What the frick?
System settings or something. Or turn it on. Or slap it. Spank it.
This is impressive, John. You got everything all set up.
We did. I was hoping that it would go.
John's a madman.
So far, it has.
So far, so good.
He's given me work that I haven't even done yet. He's been like crazy busy.
I thought about hitting up Jesse to ask questions, but I really didn't have as many questions as I thought I was going to. Riverside makes a lot of it pretty easy. Kind of does. Connects everything into one, so I don't have to use like a outside bot or like another application or something to drive all that. So
Tell
he's
Adam
probably just hopping out and hopping back in.
Off and turn it on again. He's probably restarting his computer.
Probably.
Poor guy. He's probably flustered because we're trying to rush him now. Luckily, we know that he did his Price is Retro list already. So
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
he
About
told us he had his done.
talk.
I am talking.
Yay!
Okay. It wouldn't. I don't know if it's because it was already recording, but it literally would not let me change my microphone selection.
Oh,
But so I had to exit and then make sure it was selected properly as I entered.
is that you
Where's-
typing though?
That's me.
Nope. Where's the
John? Get
Where's
a
the
quieter
chat?
keyboard.
I have a mechanical keyboard again.
If you do the
Up
public,
in the
oh,
if
yeah.
you go to the right hand side and hit chat and then go up to public chat, you can see
Oh, public chat. Oh,
we got
radical.
Flightsy, we got Double D,
What up?
we
everybody?
got
Bruce,
We're
doing it
Star
live.
Wars Dads.
We have some more RetroLogic lore. I'm back to mechanical keyboard, and Dan's been gone so long that he hasn't realized it yet.
well, no typing today. It's very loud. Everybody knows you're typing. It's so
Well, they're gonna have to hear it because I'm doing the Prices Retro sheet. So at that point, it will be clicky. But
get yourself a touchscreen or
Uh,
something. Sheesh.
And I bought
Just
John's
mute
old
yourself.
mechanical
Yes.
keyboard, so
So-
there's two of us.
Adam has the old one that used to make Dan mad.
Lord.
So I can type some stuff too, just to even things out. You can
Look,
keyboard's
it's not.
worth a
Listen,
lot.
you're not. It's not for me. It's for all the poor listeners who are going to hear
Oh,
click and
they
clack.
don't
clack, clack, clack.
It's not that often.
They
It's
don't
pretty
care.
bad. It's awful.
I don't usually type. Prices Retro is the only time I
They
actually
don't care
type
at
anything.
all. Chat, do you care if you hear some tippity typing in the background?
Yeah, chat knows.
They don't care.
They care.
Let's see.
Anyway,
It's like painting the podcast, then changing the colors.
Oh, he says he likes doing.
I don't
that.
know what that means. I'm not sure what
Like
he's trying to
paint-
say.
I don't know what that means either.
I
It
guess
could be
it changes
good
the
or
colors.
bad.
I mean, Shannon probably knows. Is Bruce a painter?
No, I'm not quite sure.
Chad does. What?
Although
Chad-
he does
Chad
does
doesn't-
say that somebody's phone keeps humming on the desk.
It's also probably.
So
John.
apparently that's bothering him more than the keyboard.
That's
Ah.
All of it.
probably
All I
that's
want to
probably
hear.
me.
All I want to hear is your sultry tones.
I will move my phone. The only reason I have my phone up here is because I usually keep my Prices Retro list on
Oh.
it.
Oh, look, Chad agrees with me. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, and yeah, Bruce and Chad both say no tippity tapping.
yeah.
typing.
Just mute
man.
yourself. What do you have to type right now anyway? Just talk.
I guess you could mute your mic when you're typing.
I mean, I was putting our episode. Why? Okay, hold on a second. You guys are gonna have to listen to
Wait,
it one more.
Adam, type something, Adam. Let me just do an experiment. Okay, that's fine. That's like a normal like typity clickety whatever. John type.
I am right now.
that's
All
pretty
right,
quiet.
I don't know. Somebody else was typing and it was like dun 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 dun. So I don't know if it was like Adam's microphone
Somebody was angry typing.
fixing itself or what.
Oh, maybe. No, I wasn't typing at
I
that
can't-
point though, so it wasn't me.
I think it's
Hmm.
maybe it's because we already started. This shouldn't matter because I
It
already
was a ghost.
set everything up.
Wait,
in
we
Twitch
started
and
already?
YouTube.
We're live, but we haven't started the actual. This is pre-show. This is just
Oh.
for the viewers right now.
This is the exclusive, the
Mhm.
member exclusive pre-show banter.
If you're
That's right.
live, nobody else gets this but you guys, so you know what it's like to
That's right.
set up a show.
It's a very
well,
special time.
You'll get it with the. Well, I don't know how that works yet since we haven't done an episode. I don't know if it holds on to a like the full thing in YouTube.
It probably does, which
Maybe
is
you
fine.
can edit it.
Yeah, I can always edit it. Actually, I didn't plan on editing it. I'll just leave that there. But
Basige
Or Twitch
84.
does.
Hi, Basige 84.
Who
I
dat?
don't
Welcome.
know you. Do I know you?
What's up, guy?
I think
I
that's
don't know.
John. I think that's Mr. Bassy. there.
Lighty said,
Johnny
personally, I think
B.
you should permanently move to typewriter. So I don't know how that's going to
I
work.
I know
could.
that one.
Yeah, see, Flightsy knows.
Oh,
Yeah,
you could
but-
get the extra clicky mechanical switches.
I
Now
feel like
you-
we're old people that don't know how YouTube works.
You
so
used to be able to edit your videos in YouTube.
you can. I can
Okay.
go back, but I'm just saying I don't know if I want to go back and edit every single video
Well,
we do.
We could we could put something
do
like
that.
in the notes that says episode starts and then a link to where it
Where's
starts.
the? Oh wait,
No,
you're
only
not.
the people here live should have access to this.
You're not doing timestamps yet, huh, John? Because I don't see a timer anywhere.
No, but there's a thing down here too that I don't know.
Oh, it's Hambone.
I can
Nice. Hey, Hambone.
Oh, Hambone.
Hambone.
So I can
Welcome.
actually set a mark. Like I can click this mark down here at the. I don't know if you guys have access to see it. I don't know if it's just me because I'm driving. But right beside the audio button.
Where are the other people watching from?
I think everybody's watching from YouTube. It shows
It
me.
says at the bottom of the.
Yeah. Looks like everybody's doing YouTube.
I didn't realize we were live on YouTube.
Which billion-dollar conglomerately owned video streaming service are you using?
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say I can add a mark into the recording and I can make a comment on it. That requires me to type, which some people are not happy about.
That's fine.
Do-
You know what?
Do what you got to do.
I've changed my mind on it. It's not that bad.
It's really not.
It's okay.
He wants
Just talk
everybody
over
clickety clacking now. Let's all
Talk
do
over it, and the compression will get rid of it.
It used to
Yeah.
be because I think John's mic used to be on his table, like a stand on his table, so
it
you
is
could hear like
today.
dung 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 dung
It's
every
my
time
mic
he
is
types.
actually very close to the keyboard.
No, I know, but it used to be
Uh,
attached to the table, which means you get all the vibration from
Now
every
it's-
time you
Yeah,
smash
now
that
it just
keyboard.
sits on a little tripod, but
Smash that
my
like button.
keyboard is also sitting on a foam like desk mat, so maybe that's actually helping.
Flightsy, there is a RetroLogic Twitch channel, and I think we're live there too.
I
You're
think
not.
no.
I need to.
Oh.
I need to connect that one.
Never
so-
mind, we are not.
I don't own that one. Dan does, and
I
I
own the-
already had to hit Dan up for the YouTube, so I figured we would just
I
do
know.
my Twitch channel for now. And then we can just add later.
Apologies for how stupid my life is.
Well, it's not that. It's whenever we started
I mean, it
creating
is.
these things, we all
Baby steps. here.
created different stuff. Like I
Yeah.
created a lot of the email addresses. Dan was using his own YouTube channel. So like,
It's a collaborative effort.
yes, it just takes a bit of time to get everything done, but
We're all in
definitely moving it
this
forward.
together.
Can people in the chat not
'cause
see each
we
other's
know.
messages? Because Bruce says he doesn't see anybody else chatting on YouTube.
And I
You
think it also
should.
depends
Really?
on which YouTube.
Oh, he said
Oh.
he left and came back.
He left and came back, and now he sees everyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can see like
Personal
if you're on
problem.
YouTube, you can see the other YouTube chatters, but like if you're
Okay.
on Twitch, you can't see the YouTube chatters and vice versa. That's
Okay.
that's how it
Oh.
works.
Okay.
But since
We're
everyone's
more
on
popular.
YouTube, everyone should be able to see everybody.
We're more popular on YouTube than we are on Twitch.
Yeah,
but
my Twitch has like nothing on it.
Yeah,
So
I have,
it's
like,
brand new pretty much.
I think I got like over 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So
Hey,
hey,
Yeah. And it should
What
send
up?
out a thing that
them
we went
triple
live, so-
digits.
But anyway,
we should do a
whenever-
show though, because we're all ready.
Yeah, we should get started.
Let
That's
me.
what I was gonna say.
There's
There's
Adam,
only
you
so
have-
much pre-show that people can tolerate.
Uh-oh. Hambone says he can
Everything?
see everything.
Hey, I feel
I
violated.
think he's
He could-
talking about yours.
He
Shannon.
can see whether I'm wearing pants or not.
I feel so violated.
All right, I am not gonna watch chat anymore. So if something happens on chat,
I'll keep an eye on chat.
Shannon, let us know what people are saying. If there's something I need to be concerned
I got
with.
it open too, so we'll get you
D-
covered.
Double
we got
double coverage.
And just to let
And-
you guys know as well, like kind of run down how what I expect to go down for Prices
Oh.
Retro. We'll do our lists, and then I wanted to kind of set aside a time where like people could submit a list of their own through the chat if they want, and maybe
That's a
we
good
could do
idea.
some live Prices Retro lists, and then they could give us the answers as we guess.
That's cool.
We'll see how it works. Like
Yeah.
I said, this is all tests. We've never done the show
Let's
live.
do
so.
let's do flightsies today, and we'll see how it goes, and then we'll kind of gauge for next
Yeah,
time
I mean,
whether we want to how much of
I
that we
tried
want
to
to do.
give a
If we want to
good-
do like maybe we want to do because I don't want too much of the podcast to be like messing around with what Chad is doing. Like we should kind of just do our show.
correct. That's what I was
So if
holding
you
to
have
that
one
segment.
prepared, then yeah, you should like tell us ahead of time so we can prepare. But otherwise, I don't want people like randomly throwing stuff. So today, let's do flightsies because he's OG and we know him. But I think for the future, I don't know. We could just try it and see how it goes. I guess.
We'll see how it works. But if you're ready, I'll start the music and we'll get going.
Yeah, I'm Red DK tie.
All right, we'll go 3, 2, 1.
I do that every time. Welcome to RetroLogic. I'm Dan Caporello here with Shannon Eno and John Cummins and Adam Caporello.
It's
my actual brother from my actual mother. Here to do a RetroLogic show for you. This is our first time doing. Well, it's not our first time doing a live show, but it is our first time taking our live show seriously. We did like a special Metroid show one time. I think that was live.
I think so.
But we didn't really care too much about making that a regular thing. But we're going to work on doing that. So this is live. If you're listening to it on a podcast thing, that doesn't really matter to you so much, except to tell you that next time, if you pay attention to like our Discords or our Blue Skies or our Twitters, we'll let you know when we're going to be live, and you can come watch us do our show live. And we have pre-show shenanigans and all kinds of stuff, so come try that. But RetroLogic isn't just a podcast. It's a community of gamers, and we have an active, friendly, and free Discord you can join. We have giveaways and contests, and you can dive into our family of retro podcasts like Retro Groove, a mystery. Not a mystery. It's a music history podcast.
Well, it's been a mystery for a while since we've been on hiatus for well over a year, but
I'll jump
Maybe
off of that.
Maybe it's transitioning to a mystery podcast.
Oh,
ooh,
murder mystery.
True crime.
mysteries of the music industry. Oh, I
There
need
you
to
go.
text Liam
Let's
about
do
that.
Yeah.
Unsolved mysteries.
This is the
of
birth of a new
music.
podcast right here. And On Topic Retro, which is a podcast dedicated to one video game per episode, hosted by our very own John Cummins. And you can find everything at our website, www.retrologic.games. Do you still need the www?
Depends on your browser, I guess.
Try it and find out.
If you're still using Dogpile, probably.
I don't know what that is. So let's jump into a little bit of housekeeping before we do the show. John, you've been hard at work. We got some new RetroLogic content incoming. You want to talk a little bit about that? Or do
Sure.
you not
I
want to talk?
Yeah,
about
we
it?
can.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't really talked much about the changes because we have adopted some things since the last podcast. So we have in Discord put together a media team. There are 6 of us, including me, and our job is basically we're going to try to bring more reviews in the form of written reviews or video reviews, first looks of basically anything. Could be a retro game, could be a new game. In fact, our first look was just done earlier this week by Solo, and it's on Final Fantasy Rebirth. So we're putting together articles. Like I've done some hardware reviews for different things, like my new AR glasses I just got, and been plugging away at that stuff. There'll definitely be more things. People have been kind of busy, but I expect it to kind of slow down over the summer. We'll probably get some more things rolling. And then the second thing is we're going to start having a RetroLogic game night. This is going to be, we just nailed it down. Everyone in the Discord, we worked through the days, how basically we picked a Saturday, and then we decided we want to do every second Saturday of the month. So that's where we landed. So starting on July 11th, I believe, is going to be the first RetroLogic game night, and then it'll be every other Saturday or every second Saturday of the month after that.
Sweet.
And
what
that
do
will
we
start
do? We know what we're
around
playing?
9:30 Central Time. No, that's next. So I figured I'd give some time since it's about a month out still. What I'll do is I'll post another poll, and I'll just throw like we could do. I'll throw Mario Kart on there, and then like some other stuff that everybody
maybe a new
will
game that's
have.
coming out that has multiplayer.
Yes, I mean we'll throw if you want to play Star Fox, and we'll see how many
Foxes.
people have it.
And stars.
And then the last thing that we've got going on is what you guys are witnessing today. We are starting to do the show live. So, and we'll be streaming it to currently my Twitch channel at On Topic Retro, the RetroLogic YouTube channel, and the On Topic Retro YouTube channel. And then maybe in the future, if I can get the stream key from Dan, we'll throw his Twitch channel on here as well.
Never, just
the
kidding.
RetroLogic
Yes,
Twitch channel.
We'll get that worked out. John trying to nail me down to help him get all this done has been a feat of heroic proportions. So thank you, John, for making me do stuff. Yeah, that I'm really excited about everything John's doing. It's going to be really cool to see. I'm going to even pitch in a little bit here and there. You'll see my name pop up. And then anything else going on with On Topic Retro? Do you have a new show coming or drop?
Yes, we actually just put out an episode last Tuesday or Wednesdays when it went live on Gradius or Gradius, whichever one you guys prefer. The Interstellar Assault for the Game Boy. We did it was our Retro Rewind Champions game. Adam is the champion. We actually have him on again tonight.
Woo! Congrats.
He just got his $10, and then we're opening up a new challenge for Super Mario Galaxy. Was the one that everybody voted in, and this is it started out as just the regular Retro Rewind Champions, which would be one winner, and the goal that I set out was just who could give me the most stars, because that game is like a star-a-thon. Like you can get 240 stars in that game.
Yeah,
between Mario and Luigi. And then a couple days after I posted it, or the next day, I can't remember, I got a message from the Nintendo dads. They wanted to hop into our contest as well, and they added 2 more win conditions and 2 more $10 prizes.
Sweet.
So now we have the second win condition is a random star count of our choosing, whoever gets closest to it. And then
I love that so much. That's so funny.
And then just a nice throw me to anyone who submits a score. We're going to do a lotto pool.
Oh, cool.
Just if you submit a star count, period, you get entered in and you have a chance to win $10. And then the last thing I have for On Topic is next Tuesday, we're going to almost be capping off the Becoming the Hero series. We've almost went through every mainline Zelda game in the series. We're going to be doing Breath of the Wild. And then we'll just have Tears of the Kingdom after that. We're down to the last 2 juggernauts.
Just in time.
Flightsy says there's 242 stars.
Or yeah, I guess there is 242.
just in time for a new just in time for a new Zelda game.
They had to Donkey Kong us.
New.
With
bunny ears.
Are you? Well, were you doing remakes and stuff, or was it just?
We would talk about the remakes in the episodes.
Well, you got to.
Well, we're gonna have to go back and re-record Ocarina of Time, obviously.
Well, maybe that would
play it 3 times.
Depending on how much. I mean, what if they just do a 1-to-1 and it's just visuals?
Yeah, I mean, you can almost do it 4 times because you also have the Master Quest on GameCube version.
We talked about the Master Quest, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I'm just saying we could play it that many times.
Oh, Star Fox still has more remakes.
Truth.
We're getting out of ourselves.
Very true.
Oh
yeah, we are talking about remakes today, aren't we?
This is true.
Yeah, I mean that's that. So, excuse me, got a little burp in there before I started talking. Yeah, thanks, John. Awesome, lots of fun stuff coming up and happening all the time over at RetroLogic. Make sure you check out the website, click that Discord button, and join us in our cool, non-toxic, sweet hangs place where we like to talk about games. Anywho, we're gonna jump right into the prices retro. Well, since we're live and since we don't usually have Adam on, I thought maybe we just chat for a second. What have you guys been playing? What's been hitting you lately before we do a prices retro? Just to kind of say hi because we kind of jumped right into things. I didn't
I
really
thought
get a
you were
chance
gonna put Adam on the spot and have him like grab his guitar and play the Price is Retro theme on his guitar back there or something.
Oh, I can't do that on the guitar. You know how long that took me on like a programmed.
Yeah.
You could
No.
do it on your bass, like have a
That's-
sweet line.
That I'll just say this: I've done a lot of different like music production things. That Price is Right, like song is deceptively difficult. That was so hard. I worked so hard on that thing.
Which is why we'll never
Much
change
appreciated.
it. It'll be there eternally as part of this
You'll
show.
never be retired.
Never.
Crazy chord changes and stuff going on there.
This host lineup will all be dead and gone, and the show will still be going, and we'll be using that theme song. Some other crew will take it over. Flightsy will be
That's
hosting.
fine as long as people hear it and enjoy it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, but yeah, Adam, what have you been playing lately? What's been hitting you? What's coming up that you're excited about?
Oh my goodness! So
what's been going on gaming wise?
Not a whole lot.
You just beat that one RPG thing.
Yes, so I finally beat Trails in the Sky first chapter. It's so good, but things kept like pulling me away from it. Like I started playing it, and then Hyrule Warriors came out, and so I switched over to that. And then something else would come up, and some things kept distracting me from finally sitting down and pushing through and finishing the game. And that's kind of been for some reason, like last year and this year, I've been so bad about finishing games. I used to like keep track of all the games that I would beat, and it would be like 24, 25 per year. And last year, just, life went crazy, moving and things went nuts. So I would start games and just not finish them and just kind of move on to something if I got stuck or frustrated or whatever. Anyway, so I've been playing Trails in the Sky, which I finally just completed. Great game. The battle system is so cool that it moved me forward in, those times in a lot of RPGs where the narrative is just dragging, but the battle system is so good that even just the battle system propels you forward. So I felt that way a number of times in that game. The final chapter was fantastic. The end is really satisfying, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to second chapter coming out in September.
I got to watch a bit of you on a game chat when you were playing it, and the battle system did look really fun.
Yeah,
It
it's
looked very
so fun.
arena sort of AOE focused, timing wise, time focused sort of. A lot more complicated than just your normal turn-based situation.
It's really cool. Like it does a good job of introducing the different aspects of the battle system slowly over the first, 5 to 10 hours or so. So it doesn't feel like overwhelming, like you have all this to learn. But it does such a good job of the turn-based action RPG hybrid, better than any kind of hybrid system game I think I've ever played. So strong recommend if you're into JRPGs at all. The only caveat being that it's very, anime tropey. So if that turns you off, you might not dig it just for that reason. But if you can look past that, it's really good, really fun battle system, good story, good characters. It's a fun romp. I've also been playing Neo Memories in Orbit. I've been playing that kind of off and on ever since it came out. Got the physical Switch 2 version. Really unique and interesting Metroidvania. I'm currently stuck, which is not abnormal for me in these types of games.
Oh, you're supposed to get stuck in Metroidvania.
But it's a really, really cool sci-fi Metroidvania with really fun. The system for power-ups is interesting. It's actually kind of similar to the way that the like plug-in system works in like Nier Automata, where you have a certain number of slots, like, you know, almost like computer chip slots. And this upgrade might cost 5 slots. This upgrade might cost 15 slots, but they give you different perks and boons and stuff like that. But you have to balance them with the fact that you only have a certain number of slots. And then as you go on through the game, you earn more and more slots to be able to, kind of similar to, you know, Hollow Knight, you know, you get more space for your power ups and things like that. But the map system in Mio is so unique and so cool. You can kind of see, it gives you hints on the map where you haven't explored yet, where you might be able to traverse. And it also gives you, I would say, pretty generous fast travel points. So it never feels like, oh, I have to like traverse the entire map up to here again. Like, it's very quick to get from here to there. The movement is beautiful. It's got a really interesting watercolor sort of look to it, similar to Skyward Sword on the Wii, how it just kind of looks like a watercolor painting.
Yeah.
Which is unique because it's a futuristic kind of sci-fi themed game. So
it looks really good.
Yeah. If you haven't played Mio and you're into Metroidvanias even a little bit, super strong recommend.
And it's available physically on an actual cartridge, not a
yes, it's
GameCube
full
card,
game
so
on the cartridge.
that's a reason to get it alone.
Yeah.
I think it's only like $30 too.
Yeah,
physically.
it's cheap for a physical Switch 2 game for sure. Highly recommend that.
Sweet.
And then, you know, I've been trying to go back to Silk Song. I am like deep into Act 3 and just keep hitting a wall with the difficulty of
You're just
some
trying
of these.
to punish yourself with all these Metroidvanias, aren't you?
Yeah, Silk Song is hard, and I don't want to get into the, you know, the narrative around that, but it's not like impossible. So it's something I gotta really lock in and get this last couple of boss battles down so I can finish Act 3. At some point, I'd like to be able to say that I did that. If I can beat Ninja Gaiden on NES on original hardware, I can do this. That's pretty much it. I always kind of cycle through playing Mario Kart World for my weekly online game, silver coins or platinum coins rather. And you know, I'm always playing that or Fortnite with my daughters. So there's always that in the rotation as well. Oh yeah, Chad, I sold my copy of Trails in the Sky pretty much right after beating it to Chad to help fund my copy of Trails in the Sky second chapter. So hope you enjoy it, Chad. It's a fun RPG. Really fun.
Love physical games for that.
For sure.
Sweet. Awesome. Thanks, Adam, for the update.
Sorry if that was too wordy.
I don't know.
No.
That's why we love you. One of the reasons. So I have a question. How many inches is like 25 centimeters?
1. Oh,
That's
25
not-
centimeters.
centimeters.
Oh, sorry. No.
10 then?
Yes, 10.
10 inches?
It works the other way around.
Roughly.
Okay. I'm having a hard time not buying these Star Fox plushies.
Oh my gosh.
I had no idea where we were going with this conversation.
You know, I haven't even looked at them. I looked at them originally and then I called Adam and I was like, make me not buy these. I can't spend $120 right now, whatever. And he was like, yeah, that's like 2 video games. Don't even bother. And I was like, yeah, I already have the older plushies. I don't need these, whatever. You know,
But
they're
then I
like,
sent you a link to the VGP.
well, I think VGP sold out. P&P has them.
Oh, equally good retailer.
Yeah. And
The other
it's like
P.
free shipping. They're like $22 per. It's like, you know, $90 to get the whole
Are you going to get all of them?
set. Well, I'm not going to just get one of them.
You got to get
The
Slippy
free
if you're just
shipping
gonna
makes
get
it
one.
pretty good.
Yeah, like if I saw these plushies sitting on a shelf and it was $20, I'd be like, yeah, That's obviously.
It's a slippery
Flightsy did the
slope.
math.
You know?
Flightsy did the math. It's 9.843 inches.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
But he
25.
also
Yeah.
advises against buying them as your wallet's defense attorney.
Yes.
So
He is officially my wallet defense attorney, and I do take his input very seriously.
I was gonna say it's a slippery slope. You're gonna end up with like
It's a
the
slippy
full
slope.
collection of Pikmin enemy plushies and
Slippery slope.
all the
I've
stuff.
avoided the Pikmin trap pretty well because I already have the 3 colors, and I haven't felt the like.
you haven't added ice
get-
and rock and
Yeah, like I
berry
kind of feel
and-
like if I get one more, then I have to get all of them, and I don't want to go down there. But this is like a one-stop. Like once I get this, it's like done, right? They're not
Did you
going to
get
do like.
the Donkey Kong Bonanza ones. The DK
Oh,
and
those are a
Pauline?
thing too. Hold on,
Yeah.
wait. Does P and P have those?
$150 now. Just
How
keep
much
rounding
money
up.
can Dan
Oh, they do have it. Though that guy's
sell
40
his game
though.
collection and have
Well,
the
he's going to
world's
be
greatest
twice
plushie
as
collection?
big as a.
Listen, there's one where he's
as
hanging
Fox.
and he's like hugging a banana. That one's so cute. And then there's the one where he's like got little
This
that-
podcast is now Dan Goes Shopping.
that one's
Right.
30, and then the one with Pauline is 40. That's kind of a lot for one, and it's the same size. It's 9 inches.
Welcome to Shopping Logic.
Although 9-inch tall
Shopping
Donkey
logic.
Kong is like
Hey,
9 inches wide.
The
So.
segment is what we're playing, not what plushies we're considering purchasing.
Fine,
Just
let's
trying
just
to help
go,
you stay on track.
John. Let's just go to Prices Retro before you talk me into it.
Okay. Here we go.
If this is your first time playing Prices Retro, here's how we play. I'm going to list off 4 or 5 games, and everyone has to guess how much the lot is worth in total. Whoever's closest to the actual value wins that round. Everyone has a list, and everyone guesses on each other's lists. And my paragraph got messed up. But look out for the Rampage crew, right? I guess that's what they're called.
yeah, there's
We
Rampage
named
Crew.
him.
Oh, there it is. Watch out so crap.
Watch out. Just watch out.
Just watch out. We have a robot, a Deus Ex Machina. He averages all of our guesses together for his own guess. Our dinosaur Leonard, who adds up the original retail cost, and that's his guess. And then Poltergeist, who is a ghost, and he just guesses 300 because that's what
'Cause he's
ghosts.
a ghost and
So they
has no
do.
brain.
Yeah. I loved the realization that happened later on when I was like, oh, 300 kind of looks like Boo. That's funny. We did totally by accident. When we made his sticker, it was like, oh, 300 looks
That's
like Boo.
amazing.
It's like the only number. Anyway,
I guess 800 also would look like Boo.
yeah, I would say that's probably true also. And then any variation of like, however many zeros you want to add to it. So that's how we play. We are going to also run a live list for the first time in the history of the show, which is super fun. So Flights is in the chat, locked and loaded for that. But we're going to run through our host lists first. And Shannon, why don't you go first this time?
All right.
I'm feeling
Okay.
slippy. I'm feeling slippy tonight, so you go first.
So my list is 5 games that appeared on the game show, the coolest game show that we all wish we could have been on as kids, and that is Nick Arcade.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
So I picked up pulled up a random episode, I think from season 2 on YouTube, and I went to the point where they were challenged to pick a game to do a challenge on. And the 5 game choices they got are the 5 in my list today. So these are all loose. So I'll say that right from the get-go. And I will say the name and then the system, but all the games are loose. The first one is Super R-Type for the Super Nintendo. The second game is a game I'm not familiar with, but that's Gunnack for the NES. Not sure if Adam's aware of that one. I know he's a big NES guy.
I'm aware of it.
Third game is Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo. The fourth game is Chuck Rock. This came out for multiple systems, but I chose the Genesis version for a little variety. And the last one is King of the Monsters. Again, came out for multiple systems. I am doing the Neo Geo cartridge.
Ooh.
Keep things
I
interesting.
just blew our lists up.
Yeah, a little bit. That's something. That's a thing, isn't it? I won't do that. Okay. Great. Wonderful. I'll go ahead and guess first, and we'll I'll just name off who's going to go so that we keep it fair. My guess is $340. $340.
All right.
And then
I'll go
Adam.
next. Are you going to do Adam?
Little too close to the Ghost for me, but the numbers I added up came to $290.
Ooh. You could usurp the Ghost.
I could.
I'm going to go 350.
Oh my gosh.
350. Okay. Well, guys are all under.
Yeah.
The actual value is $576.54.
Dang.
And believe it or not, that King of the Monsters, not the most expensive on the list.
Yeah.
So, do we want to do a breakdown, or John, you still adding things up?
Nope. The
Okay.
Dino one.
Yeah.
Because his guess of retail is higher because of the Neo Geo game.
Yeah.
Dino.
What's
Super
the
R
MSRP?
type.
Sorry, go ahead.
Super R type for Super Nintendo, $16.15. Gunnack for NES, $350 for the loose.
Whoa, I was
It's over
way off.
$1,000, I believe, for the complete in box, if I remember. Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo, $17.82. Chuck Rock for the Genesis, $13.89, and King of the Monsters for Neo Geo, $178.68.
What is Gunnack?
It's like a shoot 'em up.
Look at this robot.
It's like a
rabbit
vertical
you're fighting.
shoot 'em up based on, because that's the game the contestant chose to challenge.
John, how do I show my screen?
Share. It's in the middle at the bottom.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can get it back.
While
Well,
you're
I don't
figuring
wanna...
that out, my question was, what is the MSRP on the Neo Geo game?
So I have it as $200 a game.
Yeah.
Which is a rough average of what Neo Geo games were when they were released.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I Googled this game, and this... never mind.
I think
I was
you
aware
could
of
share
it, but
a
I
specific
can't believe
window.
how much that's going for.
Yeah, the host called it a blast 'em up, I think, is what he called it.
My computer is... Am I still here?
Yeah, you're
Yep.
here.
Okay. My computer is like freaking out about me wanting to share screen.
Well, you can skip it.
So I'm going to go ahead and just not. Now I have this weird pop-up that won't go away.
You're still here, though.
Anyway, it's a giant robotic rabbit that you're fighting in this game. So that's cool. That's a cool thing. Gunnack, huh?
Gunnack.
All right. Well, congrats,
So-
dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's crazy we were all like so in the same ballpark, because that Neo Geo game could have gone to the moon.
Yeah.
So my list is next. I did DS rhythm games, or DS music / rhythm games, because why not? Let me just... Okay, so our first game is Antamarama. Do you see the rabbit?
I found it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the green rabbit. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
Giant
it looks
green-
like it's a vertical.
Yeah, it looks like it
base
has good
shoot 'em up,
graphics
yeah.
for an NES game. Looks pretty good.
That's probably why it's got a high value.
Anyway, first game, while I'm trying to pronounce this stupid game, Ontamarama. Ontamarama. If you need me to spell it, I will. It's one word. Next game is Electro. Oh, these are all DS games, and they're all complete in box, by the way.
How many do you have? That makes things
4.
easier for me.
I have 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Second game is Electroplankton.
Oh, Electroplankton.
So good.
Can't believe I used to own that.
It's up. Yeah. Third game is Guitar Hero on Tour bundle with the controller little
I
attachment.
have the little.
Yeah.
It reminds me of playing like an accordion or something. Because
Yeah,
how
it
it's
is.
set up.
Should have been Accordion Hero.
Accordion Hero.
Just like open and close the door.
Bunch of Weird Al songs.
Yeah. honestly,
That'd be awesome. That'd be
that would
great.
sell
bought that.
like crazy.
How did we not get a Weird Al Hero?
Has there been a Weird Al video game at all? Like has he been in something? He needs
Not
to
that
do
I
that
know of.
before. Yeah. All right. Somebody get on that. And then the final game is Korg DS10 Synthesizer Plus, which is a software synthesizer for your DS. In case you couldn't tell from the title.
I thought it might be a guitar tuner.
Anybody? Okay. And then first guesser is going to be Adam. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was looking up if Weird Al Yankovic had been in any video games. And
Survey says
he has a number of games.
Huh.
He voices
As a voice.
the game's announcer in The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, 2006 for PS2 and Wii.
okay.
In Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff 2014, he appeared as himself.
You know what? This would have been a good Prices Retro list.
Yeah.
Don't tell us the rest.
Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, he voiced the character Music Meister.
As long
So
as he
cool.
doesn't tell us prices, we'll be okay.
And in Batman Arkham Knight, he made an uncredited cameo as the voice of Dinny inside a police van. This is just from Google. It could be wrong because
But he
Google
hasn't
wants
been
to-
himself. Like there hasn't been like a Weird Al
he
himself.
played himself in Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff 2014.
Okay, so Weird Al
That's all I'm saying.
is a character in that video game, and he plays himself.
He plays himself in that game.
I mean, that makes sense for Family Guy. They do that a lot
Yeah.
with celebrities.
They do cameos, so that makes sense.
Anyway, my numbers added up to 285.
And then John,
I'm going to go 325.
and then
Ooh,
Shannon.
I had 250. I might have been a little low there.
All right. Well, I think Shannon got this one because
Ah.
it's 244.47.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Very close.
he did.
5 and change away.
Yeah, because the dyno's not going to touch that, I don't think.
No, I think that's too low.
Yeah, he was
Those are all-
$100. He was
yeah, yeah.
$100 off, yeah.
Ontamarama is 22.39, which I thought would be more expensive. It's kind of a niche rhythm game. Electroplankton is a measly $71.35.
Hey,
I thought
oh,
I
a
thought
$1 off, I guess, in that one.
it was gonna be
Really?
more. I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be like 150.
Yeah, I
honestly.
guessed 110.
Guitar Hero on Tour, 27.13. Pretty reasonable for, Accordion Hero. And then finally, the Korg DS 10 Synthesizer Plus, 123.60.
Undershot
Yow.
that one.
Did not sell well
Shoo.
at all, but is a very cool thing. So I think that one goes to Shannon pretty handedly. I can't imagine
Yeah.
anybody got closer.
No.
Come on, Shannon, you got to bring it home for the human team. Bring it
Doing
home.
my best. Doing my best.
Next up is Adam's list.
Okie dokie.
Kinda like
in spirit of today's episode, I chose 4 games.
Sorry. How's chat doing? Is chat okay?
Chat's good.
Well,
Flightsy
Flightsy was
said-
disappointed. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Go
I was
ahead,
going to
go
say
ahead.
Flightsy's disappointed that you didn't have Rhythm Heaven on your list. So
Well,
he
I was
says
trying
the
to
list
do.
is worth $0.
I was trying to do obscure stuff. Hey, Cork is cool. I was trying to do obscure stuff. And Tim is here. Sweet. Hi, Tim.
We got a
Love you,
grouchy Flightsy
Tim.
tonight.
Tim bought some stuff for me recently. He bought
Me as well. Thank you, Tim.
Mario and Luigi games and some strategy guides. He's an OG. He's a G. He's a BFF.
BFF.
Okay, Adam. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I
No
did
problem.
anyway.
So, in the spirit of today's episode, I chose 4 games that I would love to see remade.
Love it.
Okay.
The first, these are all complete in box, all of them. The first is Star Tropics for the NES.
Yes.
Let's go.
We need a tropical themed Nintendo action RPG
Yes.
where your primary weapon is a yo-yo.
Somebody did a mock-up where they used the Link's Awakening remake style.
That would
Because
be
it was the
ama-
Zelda
I'd
engine,
take
right?
it.
That would be so cool.
That
I
would
would
be
take
cool,
that.
yeah.
That would be really cool because it's that like kind of playful sort of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it works great with the top-down perspective. Okay. Next game is Xenogears for the PlayStation 1. This is the black label, not the greatest hits version. Complete in box.
I really
As
want
you
this
would.
Master.
That'd be amazing.
Mhm.
Can you imagine Monolith Soft doing that? Anyway,
Come on.
Good
I don't know
stuff.
if they're allowed to now because they're owned by Nintendo.
probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
Well, they
Was it Who published?
I
no
think
Square.
Was it Namco?
I think it was Namco.
Square.
Square actually.
Oh, it
published-
was
did they?
Square. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they
you're
did the
right.
Square
You're
game.
right. I feel silly now.
Uh,
Okay.
Bandai Namco published the
Xenosaga.
Oh,
Xenosaga
yeah.
games.
And
I
the
wanna
Peyton
say-
Kaitos games as well.
I want to say I think that it wouldn't be insane to see Square like allow them to remake it and put it on a Nintendo platform as long as they
Not
like,
out of the
publish
question.
as long as they like publish it, like because Nintendo and Square are friends again. So I don't know if they would
Yeah.
because it's like who knows, whatever. But I can see a world where that.
It's not outside
Yeah.
of the realm of possibility.
No.
Third game, Eternal Darkness for the Nintendo GameCube, complete in box.
Let's go. Wild
That one's
stuff.
probably the least likely to ever happen.
Yeah, poor Silicon
Consi-
Knights.
Yeah. I'll ask that after. Fourth game,
Mhm.
Kid Icarus Uprising for the Nintendo 3DS,
Please.
the standard box, not the big box.
Okay. The
Complete
big
in
box came with the like, thumbstick thing or the stand or something, right?
It came with a
Yeah, it's like
stand.
a little
Oh my God.
stand. Yeah, but this is
It's
like
just a piece of
the
plastic.
just the standard case, not the big box with the stand, but still complete in box. Yeah, would love to see that slightly updated and released on the Switch. That would be fantastic.
Man, even
Now-
just like up res and give us some updated
Right.
controls and just don't even touch it. Just let us
Totally.
I wonder if the mouse controls might actually work for that game.
That could work too.
Oh,
Yeah.
butter. Yeah, hell yeah.
All right,
Mhm.
quick question. Do we
Sorry I said all butter. That's a weird thing. Sorry. I apologize.
No, who doesn't like butter? Don't apologize for butter.
Especially like popcorn
Never-
butter.
Apologize for butter. Okay, do we round up to the nearest dollar or do I just give this 50 cents?
You can,
I do sense, but I don't think it makes
yeah,
sense.
we do sense.
I think
here.
in general we do sense, but we don't take too seriously.
Okay, so sorry.
Hold on, not yet.
Okay.
We have to give our guesses.
Oh yeah,
first.
give your
Yeah,
guesses
yeah, yeah.
first. Sorry, go
About
ahead.
to give us the.
I'm
so
a
my-
guest here.
I got to go first because
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't go first yet, and
Go
my
ahead.
list is next. I'm gonna go 490.
You know what's funny? I was using our windows in my screen to go by who's going, but it's been like moving around. So that's not a good system. I need to like have your names listed. I usually use the notes, but I have a different screen up right now. Whatever, who cares? Nuts and bolts. Sorry, go ahead, John.
I went. Whoever
He said
is
490.
next.
You said 490? Okay. And then who is, I don't know who it is now.
You could go next. After me, it doesn't matter.
450. I said 450.
Okay.
And I have 425. We were all pretty close.
Oh my gosh. We've been playing this too long.
Actual retail price is $382.50.
Oh.
So who? Shannon was the
Shannon,
lowest,
right?
right?
That was the lowest of our guesses. We'll see if any of the
Closest human.
rampage.
Is it closer to 300 or is Shannon's guess? 382.50.
And I had 425. Yeah.
I think that's closer to Shannon.
Yeah, I
think
think
it should be
Shannon.
closer to
Yeah,
takes
it's
it.
closer to Shannon.
Shannon takes it.
I was just
But-
checking the dinosaur.
Check the dinosaur real quick, because no, that would
He's
no,
at
that would be
190
above.
197 off.
Sweet.
Nah, Shannon takes it.
Yeah,
All
dude.
right.
Hey, you're gonna take it for the humans today, Shannon. Freaking
Takes it
dinosaur
for the
can't touch us.
humans.
All right.
Sweet.
Stick
All
it
right.
to AI.
The last, yes. No, this show is AI free, guaranteed. All right,
All
John, you
right.
got the last list. Adam, you
My
were gonna say
list.
something about your.
No, I was just asking about the rounding up to the nearest dollar.
Oh, yeah.
What was the breakdown of your list, though?
Oh, sorry. So Star Tropics complete in box is 45. Xenogears complete in
steal?
box Black Label is 160.
Okay.
Yep.
Eternal Darkness is 107.50. And Kid Icarus Uprising standard case is 70.
I just sold a copy, my copy of Kid Icarus Uprising. Had to do a little bit of liquidation lately.
Well, we've all done it.
And I beat it twice. It's a fantastic game. I just didn't see myself going back to it anytime soon. And you can always buy a game again if you want, if you're so inclined.
Or you could borrow it.
But
I
yeah.
have most of them.
It's a game that I feel like desperately needs a remake, because it is so well made, but so constrained by where, like, the DS, you're like having to do too many things, and the touchscreen and all the buttons, and
I mean, most of the time, whenever I buy something from any of you guys, I always tell you, if you want it back, just let me know.
yeah. I appreciate that.
It's safe in my collection until you're ready for it. All
It's a
right,
library.
so I have my list. So I was kind of worried for a second that Adam was going to do the same list that I was going to do, because I picked 4 games that already have remakes or remasters, and
Nice.
they're ones that I enjoyed. To start my list, I have Diablo 2 for the PC, complete in box. This has the remaster on current platforms.
PC complete in box is all over the place.
Yeah, it's wild.
Oh, yeah.
So Diablo 1 complete in box?
Yes, and this is good. No, Diablo 2. This is going to be
Diablo
the,
2.
more than likely the original big box. I don't know if it specifies in price charting. I just grabbed the one that said Diablo 2, so I imagine it's the original big box.
Yeah.
The second game on my list is Zelda Wind Waker for the GameCube, complete in box.
Go. Banger.
Game number 3 is Dragon Warrior 7 for the PlayStation, complete in box. It just currently got its remaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last game on my list is Tony Hawk Pro Skater for the N64, complete in box. They got its remake a couple of years ago.
Complete in box N64. The Pro Skater 1?
Pro Skater
First-
1.
The first game? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess I could have done a 1 and 2 combo, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time.
Cardboard complete in box is always funky. So I think Shannon goes first, maybe?
Yeah, just a second.
3.
All right. I have $260.
Oh. I have 440. And Adam has indigestion.
I hate how
Sorry.
not today, thankfully. I hate how close all of my guesses have been to 300, but my numbers added up to 315.
Which is your ghost insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So looks like Shannon might get this one again.
Ooh.
Wow.
Total on my lot is $229.82.
What?
Dang.
Where did I go wrong? Way wrong.
So
I'm
just
just
a
on today.
quick look. The dyno was about $29 off. And Shannon was... Oh, no, wait.
Oh,
The dinosaur he sniped you by $1.
are you kidding me?
So you guys are tied.
Dang.
The dino's won 2 and you've won 2.
Wow.
Come down to flight season.
He actually didn't even, it wasn't even $1.
Well,
he got you by about 20 cents.
Dang.
Insanity.
It's a tight race on
crazy.
RetroLogic sometimes.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it comes down to a tie, I think that
well,
one I was closer.
It can't be
overall.
a tie because we have one more match left.
Oh, that's right.
The breakdown of my list: Diablo 2 for the PC complete in box, $28.78. Zelda Wind Waker for the GameCube complete in box, $75.45. And then Dragon Warrior 7 for the PlayStation complete in box, $85.52. And then Tony Hawk Pro Skater for the N64 complete in box is $40.07.
Yeah, I was way off on Dragon Warrior. I thought it was
I
way
was
more
almost
expensive.
right on there.
Yeah.
I was a little over on the PC game. I did the Diablo 2. I just could not.
Flightsy in the chat is right. You'd be surprised how often 300 is like right around what the games are worth.
It is. It's close.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
it's amazing that.
Yeah, that's why we chose it.
Well, Sam's the one that broke the code because Sam is the original ghost. He
Right.
was the one that started guessing 300.
Yeah.
Insane. So Flightsy's asking for instructions. I think drop the whole list without prices in the chat.
Yep.
And then we'll also read them off just so we have them. And then we will all give our guesses, and then you can
prices.
Drop everything in chat again with prices. Does that work for you? Flightsy. Waiting for a acknowledgement of my talking.
We might just be like a little bit off.
No, he can hear me telekinetically, so he needs to be talking to me right now.
I gave an example of how to, if he needs to, he can give it to us in the Discord chat.
He knows how to. He's a pro. He does it more than we do.
He used to keep the.
He says the list is too long. You can do them one at a time then. But like shotgun them. Like do like bang, 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 bang. Don't wait for us to read it. You know what I mean? Just kind of let it flow.
Let her rip.
As it were. Let her rip. I think I'm gonna buy these plushies, guys.
It's happening.
Hey, if you buy from like VGP or PMP or whatever,
yeah,
they have a pretty good like reward points system.
Have I bought something from them before?
Why are you asking me?
I'm asking rhetorically.
I guess you're his personal assistant.
No.
I'll look in my email.
All right, they're coming through.
We'll get a list.
Someone should say it out loud.
Who has the chat open?
I do.
Okay.
All right. Game 1, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit Luigi set. Switch complete in box.
Lord.
Okay. Game 2, Live Alive. Switch for the Switch complete in box.
I know what he's doing.
This is a Dan list.
Game 3, Date Alive Rio Reincarnation for PS4, complete in box.
Not a clue what that
What's
is.
this?
Game 4, Xbox Live Starter Kit, Xbox, complete in
What?
box.
Xbox
Starter
Live
kit?
starter kit?
From the original Xbox, yeah.
I know, but that is it a game
Oh.
or is it?
It's a software. That's all it has
I
to
know,
be.
but does it have like
Yeah.
accessories and stuff? That probably doesn't go for anything.
Game 5, Guitar Hero Live Guitar Controller,
Okay.
PS4, complete in box.
Now
That's
we're-
all of them.
now
5
we're
total.
talking. Okay. Very good. Very nice.
Who wants to go? Who wants to go first?
I'll go
I
first.
still gotta try to figure it out.
I'm doing my
Well,
math.
When you're ready, I'll go first. Let me know. Bunka chunka bunk bunk. And then okay, so Flightsy, hold the reveal. We're gonna do all of our prices and then we'll let you know. But you already knew that. I don't know why I'm even bothering. Okay, I have not ordered from P&P before, but I like that they have points. Oh, they have some retro stuff.
Yeah, PNP stands for past and present.
Xbox
What?
Live Starter
Yup.
Kit
That's so
came
smart.
on disc, I think. Okay, Xbox Live Starter Kit came on a disc, I think he said. If that makes any difference.
Starter kit makes me feel like there's a controller or there's like a.
No, I think it was just a disc because you had to. It probably also came with like access to live. Like it probably had a subscription thing, kind of like how we used to get the discs in the mail for AOL and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change mine though.
Okay.
I'll just go
Should we rock and roll?
Let's do it.
All right. My guess is $350. And then whoever we just go around whoever.
Well, I had $250.
100.
I had 290.
Oh man, we're all in the same.
I'm at 235.
Adam's gonna go the low end this time.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's been working for me.
No, that Guitar Hero guitar is at least that thing's up there, I bet.
We'll see.
Okay, he said it came with
Actually-
a headset as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with my number. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's hear it.
Drum
Is this
roll.
starter kit going to be the deciding factor here?
No, I put like $20 on that thing. I bet it's nothing.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes that stuff people.
I mean,
well,
sometimes,
original
but not Xbox
stuff-
360.
Yeah. Xbox stuff is usually not terribly valuable.
Oh, I get 1600 XP from PNP Games if I buy this.
That's what I'm saying.
Are you gonna
This is
level
to
up?
stop buying stuff. Oh, okay, we got it.
Look how close I was.
232.66.
Man, I was only off by like $3.
Dang.
Nice.
Crazy. Well, at least the humans won.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
Oops.
So his breakdown.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Live $69.99. Live Alive $27.37.
Oh, why did I think that was so expensive?
Data Live $17.25. The starter kit was a whopping $14.95.
Called it.
15.
But
I
that
did
guitar
15.
controller $103.10.
I thought it was like $200.
I put 65 for that.
I overpaid on most
Yeah.
of this stuff.
So usually the tiebreaker goes to humans, but if you wanted to go by closest guess, the Dino wins because he was only 20 cents off. On
Bro.
that guess.
What?
All right. Well, the dino wins the battle, but the humans win the war.
That's right.
All right, we'll give it to the dino today.
At least
But-
it's the dino and not the ghost. That feels a little better.
John,
I don't
take-
know that
ta-
the Dino has ever won, has it? In and of itself?
I don't know. Maybe. And with that, I guess we're going to take a little music break. Maybe John will take his phone off of his desk so that it doesn't buzz in my ear every time it goes off.
Sorry.
And we can't take a bathroom break like we normally would, so we're just gonna hang out here and I don't know. I'll decide whether I'm gonna buy these plushies or not.
I
You know what,
have
for
a
the-
bottle under my desk. You would never know.
For the same price, I could get a Switch 2 Pro controller. So now, if I'm gonna spend $90, I'm kind of like, when am I gonna use more? You know? Are you feeling?
You need the Switch 2 controller.
Switch 2 controller is nice.
I know everybody says it's nice, but I also need the Star Fox crew in plush form.
Pro controller still works perfectly well. All you're missing is the chat button.
I know, but
and-
people say it like feels nice,
Oh, it's
It
so
does.
good.
Yeah.
The sticks are like the best I've ever
and
felt
I
on a
like
controller.
when things feel nice. I'm not going to use the
Stop.
bumpers. I might use the bumpers.
Flightsy is begging you and not to buy the plushies.
He'd rather you buy the controller as well. I actually have mine.
Flightsy's saying buy the controller
here?
instead.
No, he's not saying anything about
No,
the
he's
controller.
saying don't
It's
spend
so
your
good.
money.
If Flightsy's saying
you
buy
could-
the controller instead, then I'm buying the controller.
If you could just
But-
feel this.
Flightsy gives me permission to buy something, I go.
Tim says to wait for a Zelda Pro controller.
Ooh.
Just buy
Mm.
both. They're so good.
Why not both?
I did own 2 Pro controllers at one point for the Switch, and they were nice.
I unashamedly own every Pro controller for the Switch.
Yep,
Every scheme they made.
I agree that you do.
So Adam, I am on the last chapter of Trails in the Sky. I just entered in the last chapter today. Just finished up chapter 3.
Nice.
So-
The quote unquote final chapter is a lot longer than you would think. It's not
Yeah.
just
It's fine,
It's
but I'm
amazing, though.
determined to finish it because just like you, I kept putting it down every time something new came out. And it's crazy because it's such a good game. And that but I'm chapter 3 picked up there at the end.
Mhm.
Chapter 2 was the slog. And
Yep.
but that battle system is incredible, especially if you really figure out how to like delay enemy turns and stuff. Like there's a lot of in-depth
I
craziness.
in the second half of the game, I did finally start to get the hang of how to, stagger. I can't remember the term that they call it in the game at this moment, but yeah, you can if you like really pay attention and time things properly and use
Yeah.
the right arts, you can just deny the enemies their
Yep.
turns for the entire battle. Like
Yeah, I
it's
tried to watch
crazy.
some stuff on
Oh,
YouTube
John,
and
like-
stuff like that because you got to have the
Grania.
right quartz and to
Yep.
get the right arts. And
Is this
there's-
the first
it's deep.
remake we're talking about? Is that
Oh yeah,
is that what we're
that's
getting?
technically a
'Cause
remake.
It's a remake of a
Of a
PSP game,
PSP.
right?
Yeah,
You guys
John, are
figured
we-
out that
Beautiful
good?
remake.
Are we podcasting right now, or are we
Yep.
on
Yeah.
break?
We're just on break, but
We're
Okay.
talking about remakes.
Wait,
just,
but
I'll
are we?
start-
Is this
we're at-
going to be in the show?
Yep.
Like, are you
yeah,
gonna
it's just in the live portion of the show.
are you gonna come back with music?
I'm
or-
gonna restart. I'm gonna start the break where I paused it at.
Oh,
the
you
break
paused it.
music. Yes.
So we're
it
just
will
fucking
come-
around. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just talking about games here, guys.
I know. I didn't get to talk about
I just wanted to keep
Trails
things
in the
orderly.
Sky at the beginning.
Okay, I wanted to know if I could keep staring at these plushies or if I have to do work.
No, you're.
Save
I'll
that.
bring us back in using the last portion of the break music like we usually do, and then you can just come back in like
Okay,
just whenever you're ready.
I'm ready whenever y'all are ready, so we can.
I love
do
how
it.
I was trying to plan like a beach vacation with Dan, and he was like, "We can't afford it," and now he's like, "I'm gonna buy Star Fox plushies."
I'm gonna
That's
buy
why-
$100 worth of plushies.
That's why we can't afford it. Now you know. Secrets out.
These are the
Sorry.
secret breaks.
Don't make me
Flight C,
just call him
you're
out
correct.
like that.
No, I don't care.
That was
I
fun.
have different funds for different things. Okay.
Right, totally. I get you.
Um,
Uh,
getting
You guys
my
ready?
personal finances on the show. It's my gambling addiction, damn it.
you do have your Wallace defense attorney on chat, so
I know he's
So
right
it's gonna-
there.
it's
So
gonna help
if
you
I
out.
feel like if I buy this on the show, he's never going to forgive me. So I will likely not.
he's just gonna come take your wallet.
See, and I've brought this up to him before, but if he was your wallet's defense attorney, his job would be to defend your wallet against what it did wrong. Right?
Can we
That's
just
what a defense attorney does. It defends the defendant, which means that the defendant would be accused of wrongdoing. And so his job would be to defend your wallet against being accused of wrongdoing.
then what should he do? What should
Your
he be called?
wallet's advocate.
Yes, that would be a better.
I'm
All
just
right,
saying.
Lexi,
I'm
get
just,
working on that.
these are
Change your name
just
in Discord.
semantics. These are just semantics.
He hasn't responded to it yet.
I've brought this up before, and it's just a silly semantical thing. But I'm just saying,
And he'll bring it up
attorney defends a defendant in court when accused of a crime.
Okay. I guess we could start the show now.
A wallet
Yes.
bodyguard. I like
Wallet bodyguard.
All right, coming back.
Wallet bouncer. And we're back. I have not bought the plushies. Haven't done it. Flightsy is keeping me honest and my wallet in check. But you know what's not in check is all these remakes we've been getting lately. Am I right?
Oh my god.
Hollywood's doing it. Video games are doing it. I guess there's some like board games that are remade. I have a remade copy of Fireball Island, which is actually pretty good. I don't mind that one. But
Can they bring back Crossfire? You remember Crossfire?
Crossfire.
Oh my gosh.
The marbles.
Yeah, let's go.
My
Maybe
only
it's- maybe
issue
it's
with the
still out there, I
Fireball
don't know.
Island remake is you really need it to be one solid board.
I agree.
Because the fact that the remade Fireball Island is 3 boards with one like on top of the other 2, it's just too unstable for all the marbles. Anyway, we're here to talk about video games.
Yeah, that's
Shape.
true. Let's talk about video games. We're talking about remakes, remasters, and reimaginings today. And we had a lengthy conversation in our Discord about it. So we're going to read off. I made an
gave
abridged.
up following that.
Yeah, I made an abridged version of most of the high points of that discussion, and we can read through it, some of it, and sort of discuss as we go because it was pretty fascinating. Different points of view, perspectives, and opinions, all of which are worth exploring.
I think it might have been our most debated topic
Yeah,
I think we've ever had in the community couch.
it didn't get heated. It got about as heated as we get, which is like pretty mild compared to like, the rest of the internet.
We weren't burning Discord down.
Yeah, no, we're very respectful. Like we know that we're just talking about games and we don't really care. But everybody was free to share their thoughts. People had hot takes and cold takes. And yeah,
Cold
I
takes.
figured we could just start with a little bit of a round table. Because John's question posed to the community was, what's your opinion on remakes in general? And then what's your favorite game that has had a remastered treatment, like the remastered version? What's one of your favorite versions of those? So yeah, we could just do a quick roundtable. Your quick take on remakes in general, and then if you have a favorite remastered game, shout it out. And yeah, Shannon, do you want to jump in first?
Yeah. So my hot take is that personally, I think that remakes, remasters, and reimaginings are all fine to exist. I don't really have a problem with it as long as we know that we're still getting new stuff mixed in. And I think Nintendo does this, right. I think they do a pretty good job of kind of balancing that, when they have some slow times. And I think especially modern games take a lot longer to make. And so if they can, especially if they can hand it off to another studio that is like, hey, we could use some work. And the reason why I don't have a problem with them for the most part is if it can get somebody new into a game that might have been, for a game left on a different system. I mean, we're all retro game players here, but most of the people out there playing video games are not retro collectors and therefore may not have the opportunity as quickly to play through some of these. I think where it starts to have a problem for me personally is like, remaking a PS4 game on a PS5 when it's perfectly playable on said.
You could actually even just play the PS4 version on your PS5.
Correct.
They'll accept those discs.
And I don't mind. So when I say that, I'm talking about a full like issue remake. I'm not talking about like something with an upgrade path, right? Like we're getting with the Switch 2. Like the Xenoblade games, for instance, $10 to upgrade, add in a few things, maybe make it so that it can make use of the better hardware. That's fine. But if they were to just straight up like you could only play the Switch 2 versions for $70 or whatever, or $80 or whatever it is, that I'd have a problem with, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm okay with them. I think I'm trying to think of what one of my favorites might be. And I really did like the remaster, I guess, of Thousand Year Door. I thought they did a really nice job. They added in that you could get around a lot quicker. It looked really nice. I think that was probably one of the top ones that I really like that's popped into my head.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great one. They let you swap between modern music and GameCube music.
That was pretty cool.
They had some really, really nice quality of life improvements. Yeah, I love it. I love that game, and I think the kind of remaster they did was timely and very, very good. Very well done. Worth a playthrough. Yeah. What about you, Adam?
Man, so the first one that comes to my mind, because it's a little bit more recent. I mean, I know we've been talking about Trails in the Sky, but talking more about games that are like childhood staples that came back and were yet somehow better than the original. I have got to shout out Super Mario RPG. That was
great.
such a good remake.
Yeah.
Like it was perfect. They absolutely nailed it. They kept everything that made it good and improved things that could have been improved upon, but without going overboard. It was fantastic. One of my favorite RPG experiences of the last few years. If you haven't played it yet, whether or not you played the original, one of the best remakes of any RPG ever. Tim actually shouted out another one that I wanted to talk about, which was Metroid Zero Mission.
Oh, that's the original Metroid.
Yeah, it's like a remake reimagining of the original Metroid, which, I played the original Metroid, and with the help of a map, I was able to beat it on original hardware. But that is sort of a notoriously obtuse game, even for Metroid fans. I feel like a lot of people are like, they can appreciate it for what it is and how it started this fantastic series, this franchise that's become, a Nintendo.
Tough to go back to. No map.
Yeah, it's if you're not
weird controls.
If that was the first Metroid game that you'd ever played, it makes sense. Yeah. But going back to it, it's so obtuse. You've no idea where to go. There's no map system. It's all just like you almost have to draw your own map or use a pre-existing, map to show you where you really are and where you're supposed to go. Zero Mission kind of took the Metroid Fusion engine and reworked the original Metroid map and added some extra cool stuff to it. We got to see Zero Suit Samus for the first time. It was just a fantastic, one of my favorite Metroid, probably my, I would probably risk saying that it's my number 2 favorite Metroid game. It's just so well done, so easy to play, challenging but not too difficult, so much fun. That is really worth noting.
I would love to say of Metroid Zero Mission that it really did what you really want to see with like any kind of re-release, where the original is pretty, it's like sort of tangentially beloved, where it's like, wow, this, it was really revolutionary at the time for this and this, but you don't want to go play it. It's not like
Right.
fun to play. That being said, at the time it was very like mysterious, and like finding like paths to things in magazines or talking to your friends about it or getting codes for different like save files was kind of a fun aspect, like meta aspect of the game back before the internet. And it was like playground talk was like a
Yeah.
huge thing with that game. So
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
made it partially fun. That's not really a thing anymore because as soon as the game comes out, everybody knows everything.
Yeah, with the
So-
internet, that kind of spoils that aspect of what gaming used to be like. But
So they were able to take the original sort of design of the game and be like, let's like elevate it and kind of make it its own sort of thing in the current Metroid pantheon. And they really nailed it.
I
Yeah.
kind of have to shout out Metroid 2 remake then on 3DS as
Yes.
well, because they did the
Yes.
same thing. That
Similar.
actually is my favorite Metroid game, the remake of
I feel like Metroid
2.
has kind of really nailed remasters and remakes of their
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, Metroid Prime, I was gonna
remastered
mention-
fantastic.
Tim mentioned all 3 of those, by the way.
Yep.
He beat us to the punch on the
He
Metroid
would.
remakes.
Yeah, the Metroid Prime one was so cool to see, and like you kind of knew like, oh, they're getting ready for 4, so this is like a nice sort of obvious release caveat that they're like a bone they're throwing us, but they nailed it. I mean, it kind of, I wouldn't say that going back to the original Metroid Prime is like a lesser experience, because that game still shines today on GameCube on a CRT. It looks incredible. But to sort of cross that line and say like, oh, here's what it looks like in your imagination when you're thinking about the game, like it's beautiful. Beautiful game. They didn't have to do much. They really just touched all the graphics up and they left the rest of it alone. And it's perfect. But that's Metroid Prime. John, what about you? Your take on the remake, and then if you have a favorite game.
So a lot of the times remakes, I'm usually for remakes and I usually buy remakes. There's something about having both and like being able to compare and contrast playing through a remake with the old game, especially if it's one that I really like or I've played at least somewhat recently to have memory of. And and then the other side of that, it's really nice to get that remaster when it's a game you haven't played. Like I don't particularly go back and play Ocarina of Time very often, so this, kind of welcoming the remake because it's going to be a chance for me to go back and revisit a game that I haven't played all the way through, and it's probably been at least 20 years. Because I never did make it all the way through the 3D remake.
On the 3DS?
Yes. And then some other points for remakes that, just to kind of talk to some of the things that were going on conversation wise. There's always kind of the fear that if we're getting a lot of remakes and remasters and ports and things, it kind of takes away from the ability for studios to make new games, which could potentially be true. We might not know about that all the time. We don't know the inner workings of what studios are doing. And a lot of times studios that are doing ports are usually a side studio. They're not usually the main studio that made the original game.
Sometimes.
And then something that I was kind of thinking about that got brought up, I brought up Grezzo as an example of a studio that worked on ports of Zelda games to keep, Nintendo from having to work on them themselves. But kind of a cool thing that happened out of that we, wouldn't see if Grezzo didn't do the remakes of the 3D, Zelda games on the 3DS. we wouldn't have got a new game from Grezzo because Nintendo would have never given them the keys to do something on their own.
Yeah.
So without the remakes for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, we never would have got Ever Oasis on the 3DS, which was their new IP game. So that's kind of another cool thing that comes about from remake studios. And there's lots of them out there. They're scattered all across all the three major platforms doing games for them.
That's how we got Metroid Dread, isn't it?
Yeah, with Mercury
Pretty much.
Stream.
Mercury,
yep.
Yeah.
They made the 3DS.
Samus Returns. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's always that aspect of it too. Remakes aren't just something for us to talk about, but they're also good for the industry. They're good, quick ways for studios to make some money. And they also kind of give you a way to showcase your talent if you're one of those studios that's trying to get your own games out there. But that being said, I don't mind remakes. I think they're fine. And kind of to Shannon's point, I've got kids that are of all ages, and these types of remakes, especially like Pokemon remakes, they're not always known to be the greatest versions of the game.
Just
but they are
baffling.
definitely more friendly than trying to go back and break your Game Boy out and play like my kids played Hey Pikachu, Hey Eevee, and they loved that way more than whenever I give them a Game Boy with Pokemon Blue.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. Like especially for Pokemon, having kids especially be able to go back and play the old games in a way that they can actually access them, or in a way where the adults aren't like, Pokemon Soul Silver costs how much? Like, it's like no way.
Well, I mean that's a remake too, but
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's
I mean, I guess when that game came out, it would have been like, oh yeah, great, you can play Silver and Gold. But these days, if you want to play Silver or Gold, it's kind of like
there's something about those old games that just don't translate as well to kids. Like they don't know where to go, which Pokemon's kind of
it was opaque for sure.
For the uninitiated, you can get lost pretty easily, or not be able to figure out that you need like a certain HM to be able to get past a certain point.
Which didn't matter so much when like you had a Game Boy as a kid in the 90s and that was your game.
Oh yeah,
like
this is all we played.
I'll just wander around in Pokemon for an hour and do nothing.
So having newer systems and quality of life improvements on older games is fine. And like I said in chat, and we're talking even with Ocarina of Time, we're talking about a 30-year-old game.
Yeah,
there's plenty of things they can do to just make it more friendly to play for newer audiences.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just to toss quickly my own thoughts in here. I'm kind of two minds, I guess, because in general, I don't mind a remake or a remaster. I think it's a nice, easy way to both gauge interest in an IP that maybe has been dormant for a while. If it's a popular franchise like Zelda, it's nice that a studio with a popular IP can sort of, generate some revenue while they're working on a bigger project. So I don't mind that, especially if it's well done. I really love the Link's Awakening remake. That's the one I was going to bring up because I know I guess the art style is divisive. I thought it was great. It was awesome. It looks like toys. Like, what a cool, unique way to present this game. Like, it's totally unique and different from the original, but it still retains very much like Zelda DNA.
Anytime we see a different art style for a Zelda game, the internet loses their mind.
Oh, I know.
Says it's the worst thing ever, and then
of course,
and then it turns around.
But I think that one's really, really cool. I love to see a new take. Like, it got me excited to play the game again. So I think that's fine in general. Now, Lightsy brought up an interesting point in chat, and I'll just use my sort of version of it here, and that is that, like, if we had gotten like Donkey Kong Country Rekonged instead of Bonanza, I would have been okay, but probably pretty disappointed that like this is what Donkey Kong gets.
What about this one
Com-
here from Tim?
What's he saying?
Federation Force remake.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
honestly, no,
Let's
honestly,
go.
like let's get Federation Force on Switch and see if it still is hated, because that game's actually genuinely fun with 4 people. But but since we got Bonanza, the hype was like crazy. It's like, oh, the Nintendo 3D Mario game made a Donkey Kong game, a brand new Donkey Kong game entry, and now he's getting a bunch of like, first ring character attention from Nintendo. That's what I want as a fan of a series. And to contrast that, when Star Fox was first revealed, I was pretty like down on it. I wasn't a huge fan. Didn't love the art style. Like, that's not my Star Fox. So much so that I totally missed that it like looks like it looks amazing. The flying in the game looks incredible, and now that we've gotten to play the demo, feels incredible. It's great. It's everything I would ever want if you're going to remake Star Fox 64. Wonderful. But like the reveal to me was such a like build up to sort of nothing, because it's the same game now for the 5th time. For like, if you talk about it loosely, it's the 5th time. That to me was sort of a gut punch as a Star Fox fan, especially after such a strong showing in the Galaxy movie. Now going back, it's like, yeah, you know what? Donkey Kong has had representation throughout like the decade that he didn't have a new game. People know who he is. He's a known character, whatever. Fox McCloud could be nobody to like, if I didn't actively talk about and have like a Star Fox poster on my wall, my kids wouldn't know who the heck Star Fox is unless they're playing Smash Brothers, and they'd be like, who's this Fox guy? They don't know. The last new game came out when they were like babies, so they have no idea. So I understand the sentiment from Nintendo where it's like, let's get the sort of, I don't want to say like low-hanging fruit. That also is like, me saying that is such a stigma on this podcast now. It's like low-hanging fruit, but like, we know this is going to be popular with the old generation. It's also a really popular game that we know is great, that's going to hit with a new audience. Might as well like kind of reboot the series. And I understand that cognitively. It doesn't feel great as a fan, and I also understand that. So that's kind of where I'm of two minds. I also wanted to throw Sam's opinion in here as well, because he has strong opinions about it, and he wrote a little thing in our chat. So I'm going to go ahead and read that now just to kind of get him out. And then we can kind of briefly go through what the community had to say and sort of have our own takes on what they're saying. So Sam writes, I'll try to give my condensed thoughts here since I won't make it to the next week's show. The only remakes that I consider justified are games that are truly had potential they failed to live up to. Games that are perfectly good as they are don't need remakes, just ports. While I appreciate keeping classic games available for people who don't have the original hardware, ports address that problem in a much more cost-effective way, and the need for remasters is selling a solution to a problem created by the planned obsolescence of the idea of console generations. We don't actually need new hardware, at least not to play old games. Console makers just need new hardware and software to sell, and by all means keep the classics available through reprints and officially licensed emulation, but those aren't new releases, and we shouldn't pretend they are. If you can't wait to play Ocarina of Time again, plug in the N64 or boot up the NSO app. That's his hot take. Not a fan.
I mean, that's fair. I think that's a,
yeah.
That's,
I don't think that's a hot take. I think this is actually this is where a lot of people are when you listen to
Really
outside of us as a group. The biggest thing I saw from people talking about the all the gaming news of the last couple weeks through the summer here is that it's nothing but ports and remakes, or there's no new games coming. Even Nintendo had, I don't know how many ports compared to new games in the direct. Quite a few.
Yeah.
Xbox is almost solely ports of things, like hardly any, or DLC, expansions to things that they're not really announcing a whole lot of new games, and I think that's kind of where Sam is at too. He doesn't want to go back and play a remaster. He's wants just new games. That's what, especially with Zelda. He was like, I don't know if I want to play Ocarina of Time again. I would have much rather had a new game.
Yeah.
I think just about anybody given the choice, hey, do you want a new Zelda game or do you want replay Ocarina of Time in a remake? I think a vast majority of people are going to say, give me a new Zelda, right? But that doesn't mean that, number one, this can't be fun. Just like the Link's Awakening, right? Like, I had a blast with that. It doesn't mean that the remake isn't going to be worth playing to me. It's just it's almost like people, I think, are worried that that they're taking up their time making these instead of making new Zelda, making new Mario. And I think it's pretty clear to us that at least Nintendo is they're hard at work at making a Mario game right now. They're hard at work making a new Zelda game right now.
Right.
It's just going to take time.
Yeah.
And
that's the
especially, and I
reality.
said it earlier, we got games in making 4K games is still fairly new to Nintendo. I think
Yeah,
it's
they're
going to
behind.
take a while. And even studios that have been making 4K games for a while can hardly do it. How many PlayStation games, how many Xbox games are actually running at those,
Well,
Yeah.
with the amount of assets it takes to put those games together, I mean, look at Naughty Dog, for example. They still have not released an original game on the PS5.
Yeah.
How long has it been out?
Yeah.
6 years? They're still working on an original game.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of making that sort of what I'm going to sort of label as like a false narrative where, oh, they're putting resources into this remake when they could be making an original Zelda title. And I think, there's enough people and enough manpower and enough studios out there that they can do both. And I totally recognize that obviously takes a lot more, resources and manpower and time to create these HD and 4K games. But they can do both. There are so many games coming out all the time.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, it's a false dichotomy to say that, oh, we could be getting a new Zelda game in 2026, but instead we're getting a remake. And I'm even checking myself and saying this, but like that's not really true.
We're not.
Like,
No, it takes way too long to make a brand new Zelda game.
Yeah.
3D game. I mean, it took 6 years
Right.
for
And
them to make.
It's not the same amount of there's a certain amount of effort to like designing a new game from scratch.
totally.
And if you already have your Ocarina of Time blueprint done, I don't want to say it makes it easier, but it certainly does save resources. Like you're not designing as much. You sort of have a lot of it figured
It's
out.
not
And at
from
that
the
point, you're
ground
like,
up.
how do we modernize this and not
Right.
from scratch, like a Breath of the Wild, where it's like, let's remake video games, like
I mean, you also can't have it both ways. I mean, how many times do we hear people argue about games that are annualized?
oh, sure.
Telling studios, hey, take more time. We want different stuff. We want a better game. And then you turn around and you're like, well, I want a new Zelda every other year. It's like, well, kind of can't.
Yeah.
And they are kind of doing that a little bit. I mean, we did get Echoes of Wisdom 2 years ago. So it's kind of like in between stuff. But I mean, that's even having your traditional Zelda port remake studio making a brand new Zelda game in between so that we have something. So now, they're also working, they could potentially be the one that are bringing us the Ocarina of Time remake here.
I wonder if what would have helped is if Nintendo, I mean, I think it's almost kind of silly. Of course they're making these games, right? They're making new games. But if they had almost said, hey, we're hard at work at making the next 3D Mario, please be patient, or I mean,
Please
we're
don't get me
hard at work. Please understand, we're hard at work in the next Legend of Zelda game. but we want to share with you an exciting project we have in the meantime, or something like that. Just because I think there is that thought pattern, and I get it, right? Like, oh my gosh, we're getting these instead of new games. And it's like, well, no, we're getting both. Just they need time. It's going to take time.
You're also the both sides of it again. You could either not show anything and have the remake news, or you can show what you have, which is a logo like Metroid Prime 4, and get burned
Right.
at the stake because you showed a logo.
I mean,
Right.
there are people in our Discord who feel a little burned by the Switch 2 because there's no new announcement of something that they're really excited about. A la like a new Zelda, a new Mario.
Yeah,
Right? Like
100%.
they're like, where's my new Zelda, where's my new Mario? It's a year in, I want those announcements. And now Zelda's announced that it's a remake, they feel burned. And I get that. So
It's a matter of taste.
it is a matter of taste. And I was just gonna say, like, you have to take into consideration, like Nintendo has nothing new planned. It's like, well, you just don't like Fire Emblem or Xenoblade, and that's fine. You can not like Fire Emblem or Xenoblade, and you can not like Bonanza, whatever. You're wrong, but you can not like it if you want to. And I'm just saying, like, like for me personally, like now that Zelda's announced, all 5 of my top 5 game franchises of all time are represented on the Switch 2. So I'm happy, but I know not everybody's going to be not
And that's
everybody's
just
cup
in
of
the
tea.
first year and a half.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
since we're getting Switch Sports Resort.
Nintendo can't represent all of their IP all the time. That's not realistic for them. So at some point you do have to look at it realistically and be like, maybe they just haven't released the thing that I'm excited about yet, or maybe I need to broaden my horizons. One of the other.
I know and Flightseek brought this up. There are people though that the Ocarina of Time remake will be the reason they buy a Switch 2. It will sell, because there are lots of people out there, this is their favorite game of all time, and they have no problem with a remake, especially if they feel like it adds something.
Ocarina of Time is also pretty legendary, for lack of a better term, like as far as like games go. I mean, so just as a quick example, Advance Wars, right? Like Advance Wars we've seen neither hide nor hair of Advance Wars in like since the DS, like plus 15, 20
Other
years
than
or
that
whatever.
Switch collection, basically.
Well, that's what I'm talking
remake,
about.
yeah.
So it came out, the remake came out on Switch. My son has seen Advance Wars before because I'm a fan. I like the games. I own them on Game Boy Advance, but he doesn't really want to play a Game Boy Advance. Like it's to him, he has a Switch Lite, which is still small compared to a Switch, but he has a Switch Lite. He can play anything in my game library, and he wants to borrow the cartridge and go play it on his Switch. So once Advance Wars, he saw that like the remake came out, he played it and he loves it. He loves Advance Wars. It's like so fun for him. He loves strategy games, board games, and it was really like a playable board game to him. But he was never going to play it on Game Boy Advance. So to me, it's like, I mean, he's never played Ocarina of Time, and that's pretty crazy. Like, he may have like started it or something, but it's tough for him to be like, I just played Tears of the Kingdom and now I'm playing this. Like, it's not, So I think that I think in that way, I love that remakes, remasters exist. Like, I'm glad that sometimes they're just not for me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That Advance Wars reboot is so good, by the way.
So
for anyone
good.
listening that hasn't played it,
Go buy it.
it's so good.
We waited so long for it too.
Yeah, and then they're never gonna touch it again. Because as soon as they announce it, a war started. So they're like, nope, that's literally what we didn't want. So no.
If you sit down and you think about it, though, speaking of Ocarina of Time and games of that vintage, if you're younger than 30 years old, this is basically like a brand new game.
Yeah.
More than likely. You probably didn't play Ocarina of Time. Just and not saying that Ocarina of Time isn't worth playing in its current state that we have it today, but this isn't like a one-off franchise. They got like 2 games on PlayStation 1. I'm talking about Zelda is pretty much giving us a new game every 3 to 5 years on every console that ever comes out.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that if you're of that age, 30 or younger, it's not that you didn't want to go back and play Ocarina of Time. It's just you had a brand new Zelda game to play all throughout your existence. Every couple of years, there was no reason to go back.
Didn't Nintendo literally tell us, like, hey, video games take longer to make now?
Oh, they did. Yeah.
FYI. So if this is a stopgap for Zelda while we wait for the next brand new, like before Zelda changes the landscape of gaming as we know it again, like I think people need to calm down. Can I read a couple of community couch comments? And then maybe we can get into a little bit of the solo versus Flightsy debate, the heated debate.
I think it was Adam.
Adam. Sorry, not
other
Solo.
Adam. Yeah,
the other user with 4 letters in their name. So we have Savannah, the hyena queen, who might be a real hyena. We don't know. We've never met her, but they say, I like remakes for 2 reasons. One, they allow new generation of players to experience an old game with the conveniences of a modern era. And 2, they give fans a brand new way to experience their favorite games. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire was the first point for me, and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was the second. That being said, I think Nintendo has been doing too many remakes and updates to old games recently and not enough new ones. Maybe that's just because I'm not super interested in Star Fox or Ocarina of Time. Which is fine. You're allowed to. That's totally fine. That's interesting. She brought up the Pokemon remakes, which I think used to be better. She's right. Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire was really good. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl didn't fare so well, but her point still stands, I think. Drex 1981 says remakes are tricky things. On one side, they can fix issues that at the time couldn't be addressed. They can expand on storylines and tell the story in more detail. That's what Star Fox is doing, which I think is fantastic. They can introduce new players to these games and create new fans. On the other side, they can be soulless cash grabs and change what makes these games great. Can anyone think of a soulless cash grab remake?
I think a lot of people point to Last of Us too.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. That wasn't at top of mind, but yeah, that's true.
Same generation or like
basically
pretty close. Yeah.
How updated exactly was it? Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're not talking about, like I'm playing Fallout 4 on the Switch 2, and it's not a remake. It's literally just like, hey, here's the same game. Now it's on Switch 2. It's the anniversary edition.
That's a port.
That's a port. Yeah, it's just right. That's a port. So that doesn't really count. Which,
important
by the
distinction,
way,
though.
I mean, they
by the
could
way,
remake it. It is 12 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I'm playing it, and it feels like a game that came out yesterday.
Well, I think that's partially because and I think John made this point on the Discord today that the difference between games from 30 years ago to now and games the way games looked 10 years ago compared to now.
Very different.
We're kind of hitting a plateau, I think, of like the difference between PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 is really not that big.
The difference
right?
between PS3 architecture wise and
even that.
Those types of things are all very similar.
Yeah.
Right. All the way back to PS3. That's very true.
I mean, it's an HD console. PS3 is HD.
It's just a more powerful version of the same thing at some point. Moose Goose Ninja says, I like remakes as long as they do the original game justice. Looking at you, Resident Evil 3 remake, or whatever the R stands for in that. But otherwise, I do like the idea of remakes for the same reasons Savannah mentions. I generally try to judge remakes on a case-by-case basis, though, and my personal favorite part of remakes is playing both versions, if I can get my hands on the original, and comparing and contrasting the two. I also try not to decide which is better or anything, but just objectively find differences. It was the most fun for Resident Evil 4 because I love those games. My favorite game that got a remake was probably Dead Space. Ooh.
It's a good remake.
Gosh. Is that on Switch?
No.
Well, they need to bring that crap over.
Oh, it's probably coming.
I
It'll be in
remember
the next
doing
direct.
Dead Space on
It's full
PS3.
of remakes.
Dead Space on PS3 was so good. All right, I need to bring that over. But yeah, that's a good point. If it does the game justice, good. And then Double D, who was in our chat, I don't know if he's still there. Say hi. He says, I've been mulling this over for a bit now, and I think I like remasters the most. So remaster being like they take basically the same game and kind of up-res it or make it look better, run better on current hardware. They don't touch too much of it. Making the older games accessible to new audiences while improving the graphics and quality of life features will get me every time. Don't ask me how many versions of the various Final Fantasy games I bought through the years. Yeah, he's looking at you, John, too. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles is probably my favorite remaster, though. It kept one of my favorite games mostly the same, but added amazing voice acting and let me experience one of my favorite games in a completely different way.
It's a great example.
Definitely. Yeah, and so then we get into the Flightsy solo debate, which I don't want to like put words in anyone's mouth, but I'm going to paraphrase it because Flightsy and Adam.
I mean, Solo has an insert here, and I think that's why you're.
That's right. So I could read those two as well. So Flightsy says, I prefer remakes that change stuff more than faithful remakes. They're more interesting to analyze, and they provide more of a reason to play them if you have access to the original. Like I was saying that with Link's Awakening, like totally refreshed experience. And I would even say things like the difference between the GameCube Pikmin games and the Wii Pikmin games, where they brought a lot of quality of life and they added some control scheme stuff that was really interesting. So even if you already own the GameCube games, you're kind of interested in like, oh, how do these play with the Wii remote, which ended up being pretty good with like the pointer. That was a good too. Just, since we're talking flights, we got to talk Pikmin. And then Solo says, I welcome a remaster of a game. The trend now in console camps is to remaster games to bring them into the contemporary level of graphics and or new art design to make them more appealing to the new generation of gamers. Ocarina of Time is a cherished entry into the Zelda series. Off of this one entry, we can get branches into the downfall, causing Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, child and adult timelines, and Zelda lore. Would be interesting to see if the remaster can then make methods to connect the game to the others. For example, the lore we see in Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom that many have played, even those that are not deep in the Zelda fanboy and just played off IP recognition alone, hoping myself the remaster is not a lockstep redo of the original since that version is already out there. I find it more exciting if they were to add a new story beat or elements into a new artwork scheme.
They're going to finally clarify the entire timeline, and it's all going to make sense. And we're all going to be like,
it's going to be a redux.
He makes a good point here because my impression seeing the like 5 seconds of the Ocarina of Time teaser we got is that it feels like it's going to be a fairly new experience. Especially considering we already have a 3D, remake of remaster of Ocarina of Time.
That brings up
the opposite.
Though, like
I think it's going to be pretty close.
Really?
And that's my and I didn't really get into this during our like initial impressions of remakes kind of thing, but my issue with remakes in general is, and this is deeply personal because overall I think remakes are good for the gaming atmosphere for the most part, except for the cash grabs. And it's like, okay, how do you define a cash grab versus a legitimate, like, okay, we want to artistically make this new for a new generation of gamers. But if I personally have played a game like Ocarina of Time is a perfect example. If the dungeon layouts are going to be the same, I don't know if I'm going to have the attention span to play that, because
That's what I'm saying.
I've played through that game so many times. I know where all the treasure chests are. I know where all the keys are. I know the rooms. I can see the layout of pretty much every single one of those dungeons in my mind, right? So if the Ocarina of Time remake is going to be a 1-for-1 remake, even if the graphics are absolutely beautiful, I know myself, me personally, I'm going to lose interest simply because this doesn't feel fresh. It might look fresh. You know, I only got through the first 2 or 3 dungeons on the 3DS version because I've played the N64 version so many times that it's just like, all right, like how many times can I play the same game with the same dungeon layouts? And, you know, Master Quest on GameCube gave me a little bit of incentive to, you know, try something different. But if the remake is just going to be a 1-for-1, you know, map reskin, I personally can't get too excited about that. But that's me. That's a me thing. There's people that have never played it before that are going to, their minds are going to explode.
I know, but
even the teaser is a 1-to-1 with the opening.
Right.
Right. Flightsy is saying in the chat that, I mean, he's writing kind of a novel here, so I'm not going to read all of it. But just to sort of conclude it, that more like how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, whatever the remake was. I mean, that was kind of like, that was a whole new game with the same story.
I don't want this to be divided into 3 games. Please.
No. Oh my God.
No, I know.
Nintendo would never.
There was rumors that it was going to be 2 games.
I'm just saying, they're going to have that. Then they're going to have Majora's Mask. It's 2 games.
There you go.
But I'm really leaning towards this idea that it's going to be kind of a whole new experience in the same world. Like, for that reason, like who in our age hasn't played Ocarina of Time to absolute death? And so if it's the same game, we might buy it and we'll start it and be like, oh, okay, it's just this again with better graphics.
I think there's a lot they could do.
They already
just
did
to
that
build
too.
out the world, because they're not going to have the limitations of the N64, right? And so you could have a bigger village, you could have a bigger Hyrule field, you could have like all these things that you could really expand on. And even just doing that, I think could make it feel a lot more fresh. I'm thinking like Adam's idea, I hadn't really thought about that. Like, will it not be as exciting for me if I get into that first dungeon and it's the exact same dungeon with the exact same puzzles, with the exact same order, layout, and everything else? And I mean, I didn't feel that way with Link's Awakening, and it's a 1-to-1 in those dungeons. But that's, you know, but this is a 3D Zelda. This is a little bit different. I don't no, but I think if they did have the same dungeons, if they could somehow make this world feel a lot more alive, really build it out, that might feel fresh enough in and of itself. To me, anyway. Again, personal opinion.
Kind of to Dan's point, though, like how you said that Nintendo's going to put this out, and if it's a 1-to-1, you're going to buy it, and then you're not going to be satisfied with it. They don't care past that point that you bought it.
It's true.
Well, that's not necessarily. That's yes and no. You know, I mean, I think a lot of companies that's true. I like to think that Nintendo gives a little bit more care to like who's playing their games and why, you know.
They're gonna hope you enjoy it based off the visuals, but
and I also kind of agree with Spider Shan where like if maybe like the map isn't totally different, like it probably will be a little different, but if the world itself feels brand new in some interesting ways that are like modern for modern gaming sensibilities. Like I wonder what combat's going to be like they kind of have to revamp the whole combat system. Like they can't keep it all the same. That's a game from 30 years ago.
We're going to get breakable weapons, guys.
You know what I mean?
We're going to revisit this.
So I just want to finish
it with Z targeting.
Yeah. Just to finish my thought though, like which now is gone.
Sorry,
No,
that's my bad.
but just like I guess I'm thinking about what they're doing with Star Fox, right? Like just the gameplay itself, and having played the demo, like I mean, it's pretty much the same. You know, I'm shooting stuff and I'm in a spaceship. But there's tons of dialogue and world building that you didn't have before, and
That's the new stuff.
even in the ship, the dialogue is different. And some of it's the same because you know you got to have those like ringbacks, but also a lot of it's new. It's a spectacle, and I don't know, is that enough to bring somebody who's beaten this game 10 times back to the table for Ocarina of Time? If it's I don't want to say it's exclusively an aesthetic change, but like, because they also have to change the combat. But if it's like enough of, like, let's say the dungeons are the same, like the map is the same, but you have revamped like boss battles and combat, and like Hyrule Field is bigger and more lush and more fleshed out, and you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's things they can do that would bring an OG Ocarina of Time player to the table, even if the dungeons are more or less laid out the same. I don't know. I'm just kind of being devil's advocate for Adam right now.
Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm just a scaredy cat, but I don't know that I want to experience the re-deads and all the other horrors in the Shadow Temple in realistic 4K. Like
I've
that's
seen some
terrifying.
I seen some like AI attempts at trying to make it look like the art style that's being presented.
Yeah,
in
but
the,
that fairy fountain though. That fairy fountain though. I mean,
highs and lows. There's highs and lows.
Sheikah, adult Zelda. I don't know. Whatever.
Just wait till we get the Majora's Mask remake, and it's like the gnarly hand coming out of the toilet.
They probably won't, but if they do Majora's Mask, that would be crazy.
Oh,
awesome.
They're going to.
They're going
you
to?
Think so?
They already have the engine.
Your uncle at Nintendo?
They're going to. It's coming out next year. My Uncle Tim said that we're going to get it.
Here's my thing. That is such a I used to say that's such a non-Nintendo thing to do. Once Nintendo makes their game and they finish it, they don't like go back to that engine. They just make the next game. But now that we have like Breath of the Wild into Tears of the Kingdom, I'm kind of and Link's Awakening into Echoes of Wisdom, I'm kind of like
put Majora's Mask on the 3DS.
Yeah, they might. I mean,
with updated quality of life improvements.
They've done it every time, Dan.
What do you mean every time?
When it originally released, they used the same engine that came out a year later. Whenever they did the 3DS
I know,
version,
John. I'm not saying
it.
they've never done it. I'm just saying like that's not a typical Nintendo move for the past 20 years.
Place a bet right now, you two.
Okay,
what's the over/under on them doing?
So, John, you think they're definitely going to do Majora's Mask
at some point? Yeah, I think so.
Hold on, I'm not taking at some point, right? They're going to use this engine,
and
release it on the Switch 2.
At some point, Majora's Mask will come to Switch 2 using the same engine as Ocarina of Time.
Okay, well we'll figure out some kind of bet, you and I, because I don't think
I'll buy you a Star Fox plushie.
I'll have him by then.
I'll buy you.
You buy you a Redead
plushies.
A Redead plushie.
The giant DK plushie from Japan, the $350 one.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. So I don't know if I want to rehash Adam and Flight C. We kind of went over it. Adam thinks the discourse about remakes is pointless because if you don't like them, don't play them. I don't like that argument personally because it's like we're here to have conversations. It's like it's fun, and especially with RetroLogic, we're so non-toxic about it. It's like, yeah, you can express your opinion. People are going to be like, cool opinion. Here's mine.
I think part of his thing, just to kind of jump in and for his thing was that with people that are adamantly opposed and people that are adamantly for, if you got people that are so at those extremes, you're usually not going to change their mind. So why even bother having the Discord? I think is kind of where it kind of fell.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying like they're going to do what they do.
No, I don't think he was getting at it in that direction. I think he was kind of saying like what Shannon was saying.
They're
going to be out there. They're going to have them.
Yeah.
So
And his main points are that they're a good thing. Updating games to be more accessible on modern hardware is a good thing. Remakes and remasters recontextualize their stories into modern, broader context and canon. And he thinks people are excited to play Ocarina of Time because of the first two reasons: updated, which are the accessibility and recontextualizing. I don't think anyone would pretend that the Z targeting and camera controls in the original are good. They're innovative for the time, but not great in comparison to today. So updated quality of life features, compiled with excitement to see how they would recontextualize it.
They were absolutely necessary for the time.
They were great. Oh, it was awesome. Man. And it's still, I mean, it's not bad today. It still works really well.
Yeah, it's not archaic, or it doesn't feel archaic to play it. To
and
be
then
honest, not for me anyway.
Flightsy's response to Adam in summation is people get annoyed about remakes because of the opportunity cost. So he talks a lot about opportunity cost, where we talked about earlier, where it's like they could have been making a new game, but they made the remake instead. I kind of land in the middle where I'm like, man, I'm so glad they made Bonanza, and I'm like, I was annoyed with Star Fox, but I sort of calmed down about both of those things. Like, it would have been fine, but you know, a new Star Fox would have been amazing, and an old Donkey Kong would have pissed me off. So it really does come down to like, what's your fan base and how are they going to react to this kind of an announcement based on the context of the last decade of releases, or lack thereof.
It's a matter of taste.
It is. Yeah.
Some
And I think they land
wouldn't have a problem doing a 1-to-1 remake with updated graphics. It's my attention span that's the problem.
For sure.
Here's Flightsy on Dan's on our bet.
Oh, let's go. What did he say?
I think he's speaking as your
resist buying the plushie so you can win the bet.
Yeah, resist buying the plushie so you can win the bet.
As if they'll be available 3 years from now when the Majora's Mask
they'll remake the plushies. Don't worry.
They'll be available on eBay.
That's not helping.
Like $400 for them.
That is not helping right now. But Flightsy's point about opportunity cost does get shot down in the chat a little bit, but I think that is still a valid point. I think that as a fan, that can feel like a slap in the face, and that's worth at least acknowledging. It's worth saying, like, we've been waiting for Star Fox since Zero, which in my opinion was not a good showing for Star Fox. And now we have this, you know, and like, I liked Starlink, but that's not a Star Fox game. And again, like, I am excited for Star Fox. I'm glad it's here. I am hopeful and predicting that it's going to mean more Star Fox in the future. But that initial disappointment from the Direct as a Star Fox fan is palpable. Like, it's tough to get over. So that means something to a fan base. So Nintendo has to take that into consideration. I mean, any company would have to take that into consideration when they're deciding whether they're going to make a remake or a new game, and whether because a new game does cost more resources than a remake, and putting those resources into a remake does mean you're using less resources to make a game where you can make money so that you can make a new game. So it's kind of like
unless you're
chicken or
the
egg.
Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh, brother.
That's not less resources than a new game.
No.
It's
I would argue it's probably the other way around.
A lot more.
They hobbified it. It's like, we got 3 games out of 1.
They've almost released 2 external Final Fantasy games, like in the mainline series, since they've started remaking Final Fantasy VII.
That's true.
How many people work at Square? Just somebody look that up.
A lot. I don't know. I gotta say though, I was super as a someone who Final Fantasy VII on the PS1 like changed my life, and I was so against the 3D remakes. I was like, it's not turn-based. Blah. I was like all like, you know, man yelling at Cloud. Like, I was so like against it. And then I downloaded the Rebirth demo on my Switch 2. I've gotten almost 10 hours of gameplay out of just the demo. It is so fun and
Yeah.
so good. And so I had to
So did
change
you
my
play-
tune.
Did you play Intergrade?
No. Because
So you're starting like halfway in the story?
well, I mean,
Right after Midgard? I mean, I guess if you've already played Final Fantasy VII, it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I didn't feel like I needed the character introduction or the Midgar story. Like I know
I
all
think
of
you
that.
actually skipped like the worst part of the game.
Right,
I
exactly.
could not get through that remake of the Midgar stuff. It's awful.
No,
I feel like Dan's stuck in a factory level.
It's such a
Every
small
point of that game.
Hey.
The whole Midgar section is a factory level. But like
It really
that's
is.
when the game
The whole
opens up, right? You leave Midgar and you go to, Calm and you start to explore the continent and stuff like that. You get your chocobo and all that. And it's like,
Ooh.
oh, they somehow nailed what it feels like to come out of Midgar and be able to explore this vast world, and that's what a good remake is. And I was I had the original like systems, and that was all just so like ingrained in my head from playing it so much when I was younger, 25 years ago, whatever it was, more than that, that I almost didn't even give it a chance. The fact that it was a demo that I could download for free and play for almost 10 hours now, which is more than I get out of some, full price games.
Right.
I was shocked. I was like, this is, I will never again, don't hold me to this, but I will never again judge a remake before I play it simply because they've changed some of the inherent like original systems that the first or original game was built on.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That was just playing the Rebirth demo changed me on that.
Speaking of Square, just one more thing, and then this will be all my thoughts. Something I just thought of. Something else that's cool that has been a byproduct of remakes is getting games that we didn't have come over to our region for the first time.
Yeah,
like Live
That's
Alive.
true. Yeah.
Big time.
Like if that didn't get remade, we would never get to play it over here in English. So
Yep,
That's
good
very
point.
true.
Yeah, when a game is wholly inaccessible to you and they remake it, I don't think anybody's mad about that. I think that's pretty universally praised. Looking at you, Space Station Silicon Valley, or Gotcha Force. So Zomber in our chat, in Discord, in our Community Couch Discord, says, I have mixed feelings on remixes. Some games are just classics and doesn't need to do much to put a fresh coat of paint on the classic, a la Metroid Prime. I still play them, however, hence the mixed feelings. Like when The Last of Us 2 was remade on the PS5, it seemed pointless to me, but since I hadn't played it up until that point, that'd be the option I would go with. I still like good games being remade to a certain extent, but are we going to do that every 5 or 10 years, every 2 or 3 generations? Another thing I wonder would be a remake. Would a remake make some bad games good? I'm curious about that. Could a story be fleshed out or an annoying game mechanic be improved where it's not so cumbersome? That's what actually interests me. And that's a really good point, too.
Superman 64 confirmed
go.
remake.
Yep.
do
Superman
it.
65. So the only thing I think about when he mentions that's kind of like yes and no is the Majora's Mask remake, where they tried to improve on, I want to say it's like the swimming or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
and they kind of botched it like
It
bad.
actually feels a little worse.
It's like worse. Which like I don't know that it needed to be fixed necessarily, or like the way they fixed it kind of made it. They like added something and it was like, this is worse. Why are we doing this? I don't remember exactly, but there are times where it's like, oh, thank God they fixed. I mean, the save system in the Majora's Mask remake is anything would have been better than the friggin' owl BS, but they fixed that. But yeah, he mentions the Last of Us joke where it's like, yeah, you just why are these being remade? You just made them. And then Flightsy wanted to give us one last comment from our Discord chat, from our Discord conversation from earlier this week, and he was saying, I was definitely disappointed by the Ocarina of Time remake announcement, and in general by the large amount of old content on the Switch 2. But in the end, it's not actually what I'm disappointed about. I'm disappointed that a year in, I still don't really feel compelled to buy the Switch 2. I'm annoyed about the remasters because it reminds me of that core issue, but that isn't actually the issue itself. And there's no way to know if a decision not to make those remasters would have actually led to a world that fixes that issue, right? So he's saying if they had decided to just make new games instead of the remakes, where would we be?
He still might not have bought a Switch 2 already.
Well, there's no Pikmin 5 yet, so
that's where he's
or
what
Kirby
he's
game.
saying.
I guess
Again,
it's
for
Outriders.
Pikmin 5.
It all comes down to personal taste.
For sure.
Everyone has their own taste in video games. I myself didn't even buy a Switch until the Switch Lite came out. I skipped that whole first, half of the Switch lifespan.
I had to drag you
because-
kicking and screaming to the
Exactly.
store. Like, here's his
Even-
wallet.
Even Breath of the Wild wasn't enough to get me to buy in to this, ecosystem after I kind of dipped out in the Wii U generation. And, people go through different phases of life.
Sure.
I was a first time dad at the time that the Wii U came out. So yeah, I skipped that whole thing, and the Switch just didn't have any appeal to me until the Switch Lite came out. Other games were coming out, and it started to appeal to me again. So there's nothing wrong with waiting to buy a console. The only issue now is that consoles get more expensive if you don't buy them at first launch. So
yeah,
that's
maybe
the only downside now.
But the
yeah,
good news too is that the console may be a little more expensive later on, but Bonanza is going to be discounted, and all the games you missed them first year, you'll be able to pick up.
You can always
for a
get
little
stuff
bit cheaper.
secondhand. It's easier to get stuff secondhand as time goes on.
And then, like I'm finding with Fallout 4, if I'm stuck, I can just Google it, and everybody has the answers for me. It's wonderful. But Flightsy's point kind of put into summation here, where he's talking about what if the remakes weren't being made, would we be getting new games instead? And there's no way to know. You would imagine oh yeah, if they weren't remaking Ocarina of Time, this might be a new Zelda game. But on the same time,
it takes way too long.
It takes, how long was the development of Breath of the Wild? Which is kind of an outlier, I guess, because it was sort of remade after it was made to be put on the Switch. But that was a long development. Between Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword was the entire Wii generation.
Yep.
Zelda games in particular, they don't slack on Zelda.
That wasn't even
those
HD.
games. Exactly. Those games take time, and they allow especially Nintendo allows their developers to take time so that they make art. They make the great games. So, there's a world maybe where it's if those remakes aren't being made, you have Mario Kart and Bonanza and Kirby Air Riders and what else?
That's it.
And Hyrule Warriors.
Pokopia.
For a year.
Pokopia.
Oh god, Pokopia is so good. Remember Pokopia? I gotta jump back into that. Man, all of my favorite franchise. It's crazy.
It's like they made the Switch 2 for Dan.
They did. They said,
They
"Hey,
did,
Dan,
yeah.
Like I keep saying,
what is Dan
Basically
like?"
got Animal Crossing already.
I know. I like Animal Crossing too, but it's Pokemon. It's
That's what I'm
very clearly first generation focused Pokemon stuff in Pokopia.
Poke Crossing.
So I was happy, very happy with Pokemon. I'm glad I bit the bullet on that. I was not when I first saw the trailer, I was like, "What is this crap?" But I'm happy I got it. But yeah, just to sort of put a point on Flightsy's point, I don't think that there's no truth to what he's saying. I think that it's valid. There might be a little bit of disappointment, Cope, in that though, because if they weren't making Ocarina of Time, we would be getting zero Zelda, I think, right now. They're still making the new Zelda. It's just that it's going to take another 3-4 years or whatever for them to be able to release it. Now, what I can have enough of is all the Mario fans whining about, where's my 3D Mario? We haven't had a 3D Mario in like a week, man. I'm like, welcome to Donkey Kong Cope. Welcome to nothing for a decade.
It has been 9 years.
Since what? Since Odyssey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. They have Wonder. Okay. Go back to Wonder.
That's not a 3D Mario
They
game.
just re-released Galaxy and Galaxy 2. Okay. Like, they're fine. Mario's face is all over the place.
I mean, if you count Bowser's Fury as a 3D
great.
Mario game,
Yeah.
I mean, that's technically a new 3D Mario.
It's wonderful.
And it's attached to the best 3D Mario, which is 3D World.
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
You can play Bonanza and pretend it's Mario, and he's just smashing
these are the
stuff
same.
instead.
Well, right now he is Mario
Yes.
with the update.
It's a Mario game.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
right.
come
Put
on.
Now
his
they
hat
can
on.
play it. Now they can play it, and they can pretend it's Mario and have fun, because
I
it's
mean, look at
it's a-
Metroid. Like, how often do we get a new Metroid game?
Oh, I know.
The last one we got, was 4, and then the generation before that, the only new Metroid game we got was 2D.
Yeah.
So,
And then
relax.
before that, nothing on Wii U, nothing on Wii. Like, they were all on DS and 3DS.
Metroid.
We did get Metroid
Prime 3 was on
was
Wii.
on Wii.
Oh yeah,
but
sorry.
that
you're right,
was
Prime 3
like
on Wii.
a
It was
long time
early on.
ago.
And that was early
That's
on.
my point.
Yeah, that was very early on. But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here as a Star Fox fan, being like, that's hilarious.
I'm still waiting for them to do a new Star Tropics
Tropics,
game.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're still waiting for a new Star.
but people pretend that it's some
me and
objective.
Shannon, the only two people waiting
That's
for a
right.
new Star Tropics game.
The argument, I love getting on Reddit, because the argument I always hear on Reddit is that, like, but how's Nintendo going to stay in business? This is like obviously paraphrasing, but like, it's their bread and butter. How are they going to survive without a Mario game? And I'm like, have you
Stupid
seen the
idiots on
Switch
Reddit.
2 sales?
Yeah,
They're not, like,
I don't think anyone's
suffering.
waiting on a Mario game right now.
They're okay. Like,
Let's not use Reddit as the
oh no,
Yeah, that's,
absolutely not. When I want to,
the
like,
microcosm of what's actually going on in the Nintendo fandom.
if I ever feel like, there's not enough drama going on in my life, I really need to drum some stuff up and get mad about something, I'll go to Reddit.
I need someone to make a volcano out of this molehill here.
This is very much.
And
Anyway,
you go to Reddit for that.
that's my personal feelings about people complaining about Mario, which, if you are a Mario fan, you're upset about no 3D Mario. I'm just kidding. It's fine. I've been upset about that stuff before. We're all in the same boat, but everybody has their own opinions, and we all have to respect them. How long is this show? Yeesh.
long. It's
Can
your
we end
longest
it?
show yet, I think. I think Shannon and I have had some long shows.
We've had some long shows, yeah.
Not longer than a Christmas show. End of year
No,
show.
That's
those are
true.
real long. Those are the
I guess those are
longest.
probably the biggest.
intentionally 4 hours.
That last game.
Yeah,
of the
wait till
year,
we live
30.
stream that again. We'll-
I need a pee break on that one. All right. Well, we can wrap it up here. I think we pretty much said what we came to say. And I did not buy the plushies, and I feel okay. I feel like if I bought a Pro controller, I'd be like, hey, cool, I can use this now. Great. I didn't pre-order 4 plushies that are going to sit on a shelf. If Flightsy's still listening, he did his
He's there.
job.
Yes.
Thank you, Flightsy. I'm buying a Pro controller tomorrow, thanks to you. Okay, so thank you for listening to the RetroLogic podcast. We are proudly part of the Nintendo Dads family of podcasts. If you like what you hear, you can check me out on Blue Sky at RetroLogic, retrologicgames.bsky.social. You can find John on Twitter at OnTopicRetro.
Yep. Everything's on Topic Retro.
And everything is on topic with retro. You're also welcome to jump into our friendly and 100% non-toxic Discord community. This was, when we get toxic, we get jokey about it. Nobody's really mad here. We're just kind of being friends, getting in under each other's
I can
skin.
get a little toxic.
Yeah, but it's like normal toxic, not Reddit toxic. The link to that is in my Blue Sky bio. Oh, the music's too loud now. That's fine.
Sorry.
The music's in my Blue Sky bio. No, the Discord link is in my Blue Sky bio, and all of the information you need if you get lost on the internet is at www.retrologic.games. All of our podcasts and shows, all of the Discord links, all the social stuff, it's all there. So you can go listen to it there. It's all great. It's good, fun stuff. Yummies. So that's that. And yeah, I would love for you to jump into the Discord and hear what you have to say about the Ocarina of Time remake, whether you think it's cool or not, or if you're just waiting to see more footage like I am. So yeah, thanks guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
See you later.